The city of New Orleans has carved out its own chapter in the history of professional wrestling. From the Mid-South Territory to the Clash of Champions to the Yes Movement reaching its peak. So it's only fitting that the Only Wrestlers Association would team up with the preeminent promotion in this entire area, Wildcat Sports. And much of the action tonight will be decided by you. It'll be wild, it'll be unpredictable, and we cannot wait. We're live on the Title Match Network as well as OnlyWrestlers.com. I'm Johnny LaQuasto alongside my incredible broadcast partner, the voice of Wildcat Sports, Sammy Kiss. And Sammy, it's officially time for the Bayou Beatdown.
As they say, I am Sammy Kiss. I don't know everything, but I do know this, Johnny. It is about to get heated here at the Hilario Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. Wildcat Sports teaming up with OnlyWrestlers.com. You got stars from Wildcat, Only Wrestlers, CMLL, TNA, even WWE Hall of Famer Rob Van Dam is in the house tonight. It's a huge night here on Title Match Network.
No doubt. There is no such thing as a forbidden door anymore. Let's get to some of the action, Sammy. A match that I know you're very interested in. The Wildcat Revolution title in a triple threat match is on the line. Nate Bradley has to defend not only against Simon Phillips, but against a star from CMLL, Esfinge.
Well, I know that Nate Bradley and the Drama Club, Simon Phillips and Mickey Drama, they've been tearing each other's throats out for months now. It's finally going to happen where Simon Phillips gets another shot at that title, but with Esfinge also involved, triple threat action, anybody can walk away with the gold tonight.
Esfinge is dynamic. He could take that title back to Mexico with him. Now let's get to the first of our two main events tonight. We know former WWE World Champion Raj Desi is in action, but is his opponent medically cleared?
Well, we know that Luke Hawx unfortunately suffered an injury just a few weeks ago. He was not sure if he was going to be medically cleared here tonight. I know Luke Hawx was hoping for the Southern Stomper to be here for OnlyWrestlers.com. Is he going to compete? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and find out.
It's essentially a game-time decision.
Well, I do know this, though, John. We have a huge announcement. Breaking news here tonight. A huge championship match opportunity here in our main event.
That's right. The inaugural OWA Women's World Champion will be crowned in an elimination triple threat match between Danny Moe, Persephone, and Tessa Blanchard. That has Blockbuster written all over it.
Oh, I mean, you can only be first one time. Who's going to walk away with the first ever OWA Women's Championship? You got to tune into our main event here tonight on OnlyWrestlers.com.
Well, with that said, the lights are on. We are loaded and ready to go. Welcome to the Bayou Beatdown. Let's now go to our amazing ring announcer, Melissa Santos.
In Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 425 pounds of fried rice, the situation, Beatdown, and the wild card, J Spade, together they are Slime Season!
Johnny, I know that may seem like a wardrobe malfunction at the start, but that is signature Slime Season action. What a way to kick things off for the Bayou Beatdown Super Show here with Only Wrestlers and Wildcat Sports.
That's right, it's hot and sticky in New Orleans. That means it is officially Slime Season, certainly hometown favorite.
Buku down your left, Jay Spade on your right. The premier tag team here at Wildcat Sports.
And their opponents.
My name is...
Making their way to the ring from Baltimore, Maryland, at a combined weight of 450 pounds. They are Joseph Keys and Ken Dixon.
So, Sammy, what's so interesting about Joe Keys and Ken Dixon, besides the fact that they're complete powerhouses, physically dominant, anytime they team up, there's a very good chance they might just punch each other in the face.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, Ken Dixon and Joey Keys have become rivals. You got the well-oiled machine of Slime Season versus bitter enemies, tag team partners, and Ken Dixon and Joey Keys. Johnny, look, we're being joined here at the commentary booth by hard-body Chris Harper.
How the hell y'all doing? What a great match we have here to start off this great event, huh?
What a way to kick things off here for the Bayou Beatdown. Slime Season versus Dixon and Joey Keys.
Mr. Harper, I had to say, I didn't even know you were going to be joining us so soon, but welcome addition to the broadcast table. How you doing?
Well, thank you for having me.
Now, Harper, I know that you're very familiar with all 4 of these individuals. Wildcat fans, of course, are very familiar with Slime Season, but Ken Dixon has actually been Wildcat Sports before, a former Revolution champion in his own right, and it's very going to be interesting to see how well of a team Ken Dixon and Joey Keys are here tonight in this opening matchup.
I could see Ken Dixon is one of the most underrated wrestlers going on today. The last time we saw Ken Dixon, I guarantee he wasn't as big as he is now. He's definitely been throwing some more weights around.
Not to mention he's got a temper. They call him the human tire fire for a reason. And Joe Keys, there's nobody who loves Joe Keys more than Joe Keys.
Well, I mean, you talk about the physique of Ken Dixon. Look at the physique of Joey Keys. I mean, he was here a few years ago here for Wildcat Sports in that matchup that unfortunately got ruined by Shane Douglas versus the Southern Stomper, Luke Hawks. We look forward to seeing if Luke Hawks will be medically cleared to compete here tonight at the Bayou Beatdown. And already,
he's giving Melissa Santos very specific instructions there with his entrance gear.
Well, I mean, I think that Joey Keys he cares a lot about his fashion, John.
Yeah. How you like that gear?
I mean, from far out, it's already kind of made me blind, so it's definitely got a bling to it for sure. We are officially underway. The Bayou Beatdown kicking things off with an electric tag team matchup. And, Sammy, it's safe to say you could argue Slime Season. Wow, already seeing a bit of communication issue between Keys and Dixon.
Yeah, I mean, this is the story that's going to have to be checked in on because Joey Keys and Ken Dixon, I know that they teamed before, but they have been bitter enemies up in the Northeast, have been battling all over the Northeast area, and it's very interesting to see if they're able to coexist. But obviously, Joey Keys and Ken Dixon, they know the stage that they're on here at the Bayou Beatdown, here on OnlyWrestlers.com. They're going to have to keep those egos in check against a very game tag team of the Slime Season.
Well, Mr. Harper, there's no doubt, obviously, Slime Season, always in sync, always tremendous communication. Well, you look at Buku Dao, I mean, he is almost half the size of Joe Keys. What is he going to have to utilize in his arsenal?
And you can't look past Buku Dao. He is one of the best wrestlers of his size. And the thing is, him and Jay Spade, they are a well-oiled machine. They've been doing this for a good while. They're the Wildcat Tag Team Champions for a reason.
Well, sometimes no matter how well-oiled machine you are, it doesn't combat brute strength that Joey Keys definitely has in spades, no pun intended.
Slime Season, 2-time Wildcat Tag Team Champions, certainly never met a risk or a challenge they didn't accept, and now Buku Dao using that elusiveness here.
Yeah, that's the signature speed of the situation. There's a reason why Buku Dao is the only Triple Crown winner here at Wildcat Sports. Former Revolution champion, Wildcat Sports champion, and as you mentioned, a 2-time tag team champion.
There you go.
Going right into the General Dow mission, and Joey Keys doing everything he can to fight out of it because it's going to be all over if Buku Dao can sink that in.
And we're seeing a little bit of that tag, overwhelming offense that Buku Dao's capable of, and now an arm drag to the absolutely massive Ken Dixon.
I don't know if I can think of a matchup where Buku Dao wasn't the smallest man in the fight, but you can't count out the heart of Buku Dao.
Tag.
There's a tag to Jay Spade. As going to have these two men, the best friends. Slime Season has become the premier tag team here at Wildcat Sports, despite the fact that they are no longer the current Wildcat Sports tag team champions.
And Mr. Harper, if you are Slime Season, another tag back into Buku Dao, do you like the strategy here when you're up against someone as large and powerful as Ken Dixon? Pick a body part, work on it.
Yes, here's the thing. Jay Spade and Buku Dao, most of their opponents have been bigger than they are, so this is not unfamiliar territory for Slime Season.
Another tag. And this is that synchronicity that has brought Slime Season to 2 Wildcat Tag Team Championships, another chop.
You know, Slime Season has become so synonymous with those tag team championships that even earlier tonight when the fans were pouring into the Hilario Center here for the Bayou Beatdown, they just kind of assumed this was going to be a tag team championship match. Oh, and look at that. Joey Keys making sure that the advantage does not stay with Slime Season here. And you see Syed Abamusa getting in the face of Joey. He's going to have his hands full in this one.
Keys had enough of Slime Season slicing the ring in half. And now Keys going to work. The official's going to have to do something about this here. He is not the legal man. And then Keys, clocks Buku Dao. And now Dixon follows suit.
Was an accident from Joey Keys, but beneficial to the team of Dixon and Joey. And look at this.
This is breaking down here.
Yes.
I can't say that I'm a bit surprised, despite the physical acumen of Joey Keys and Ken Dixon, that they are dominating this team of Slime Season right now.
And Saeed has to get control of this match. There's 4 men in this ring right now.
Well, certainly living up to the name for Bayou Beatdown in this opening contest. And we saw earlier this week on social media, Dixon and Keys, they argued about teaming together.
I mean, the fact that they teamed before almost feels like it's something that we shouldn't even use as a sequitur. The fact that they teamed before is almost a non-entity. These two men hate each other, but considering the stage that they are on, they are going to have to put their differences aside if they have to stand a chance against Slime Season here.
Well, they're having a bit of a respite here to perhaps rethink the game plan. Slime Season.
You'd think this would be a moment where the team of Keys and Dixon would be going over strategy, but it looks like they're more arguing on the outside than anything else. And is that the advantage that Bukudow taking advantage? Oh, no.
Oh, this is not going to end well for Bukudow. Jay Spade now charging in with the baseball slide. Coming up empty.
Oh, look at that. Dixon and Keys using Bukudow as a weapon against his own tag team partner, Jay Spade.
Just like that, it appears Dixon and Keys are finally on the same page.
Dixon and those Daisy Dukes now taking the boots to the situation, Bukudow.
Meanwhile, Spade, crashed against the barricade very hard, much like Dow did into the corner.
Yeah, Slime Season, they're having trouble right now.
You know, as much devastation that Joey Keys and Ken Dixon have caused against one another in the Northeast, if these two men are able to get on the same page, they are going to be an unstoppable force as you see what they're doing right now to Bukudow.
Nice.
Into the cover, hooks the leg, does Dixon, and Dow able to power out. And you're right, Sammy. I mean, these two could dominate any tag team division in any promotion on any coast. If they have the communication, if they put their egos aside.
And that's the question mark. I mean, asking Ken Dixon to have cooler heads prevail, and look at that again. Would you call that a tag, Johnny? Because, I mean, that's just a slap to the back of Ken Dixon.
I mean, these days, that would be a tag, although I don't know if Ken Dixon appreciated that tag. This is not the first time this has happened in this match.
And look at the physique of Joey Keys. I mean, he's a completely different person than the last time Wildcat fans saw him here in New Orleans, Louisiana. Look at that knee from Dixon. And we talk about the dissension between these two. They're working out pretty well as a team so far, Harper.
Yes, and Bukudow, he needs to tag out as soon as possible.
Oh my goodness. Right into the abdominal region of Bukudow, now hoisting him up on his shoulders.
Jay Spade trying to get this crowd behind the situation, but is it going to be any good?
Oh, man.
Into the cover, center of the ring is Keys, and Bukudow desperate.
Bukudow has to tag out now. He needs to get Jay Spade back into this ring so he can get control of this match.
Well, Mr. Harper, when you get slowed down, much like Bukudow has, it's very difficult to get away from the grasp of these two monsters.
Yes. Both of these men are jacked and they're ready to win this match. I can tell you that. You can take their differences and say they're not BSFs. Hey, man, they both came here to win.
Again, I was going to say that's a fairly rough, you want to use the term rough tag. And, there's another one there from Joey Keys, and already tempers are starting to fly between these two.
Hold on a sec. Wow. These are some of the most aggressive tags I've seen in quite some time, and now Keys tagging him back, and
it's like they're chopping each other.
You know, I'm not quite sure who the legal man is at this point.
Yeah, I mean, this is broken down. I mean, hopefully senior referee Saeed Abu-Musa can keep straight as you see Ken Dixon and Joey Keys just fighting amongst themselves here.
Look, the last time these two competed in a match, it was in a steel cage against each other. Clearly, there are still a lot of problems between Keys and Dixon. Meanwhile, Dow trying to get over to Jay Spade, unable.
Bukudow trying to take advantage. Oh, Ken Dixon just pushed his own partner.
And meanwhile, Bukudow with a backdrop right into Dixon, a tag to Jay Spade. And just in time now, Jay Spade, ball of fire.
In comes the wild card. In comes the former Wildcat Sports heavyweight champion.
Come on, Jay Spade.
Now Spade, European uppercut to Dixon, follows up with Keys.
Don't let that fun-loving attitude of slime season fool you. Jay Spade, one of the best athletes in the entire Wildcat Sports locker room, just uppercutting the back of the neck of Joey Keys, and that might have just spent Jay Spade going 1-on-2.
It was absolutely necessary. Mr. Harper,
yes,
we're seeing one of the best athletes in all of Wildcat Sports right here, and Jay Spade.
Well, my question is this, is which one is the legal man between Keys and Ken Dixon?
So connection from Jay Spade. Down goes Keys. I bet that Jay Spade's hoping it's Joey because he's got this match well in hand. Dixon down on the outside. And now Jay Spade holding up Joey Keys. And Joey able to get out of it.
Jay Spade able to evade here. Standing switch by both competitors. Oh, a nice back elbow by Joe Keys. Trying to communicate another back. A knee to the low back. Oh, wait a minute. Joe Keys strikes his own partner. Jay Spade hoisting up Joe Keys. Oh! Lung blower to Keys and a tag to Buku Dow.
The Keys in a rough spot right now.
Could be they be looking to set up the season finale. Well, Buku down to the outside, and down goes Dixon. Joe Keys all by himself after yet another miscommunication with his partner. Dow up to the top.
Here comes Buku.
He's hoisting up Keys. Nice. Double knee. Dow into the cover. And Slime Season with a massive victory.
And here are your winners.
What a victory for Slime Season.
You know, Sammy, we saw the issues between Keys and Dixon throughout the match. When they were on the same page, when they put their egos aside, everything was fine. But the moment they started to clash once again with their personalities, that's when they ran into trouble, and it was a knee to the lumbar spine that led to the issues and the loss.
Well, look at that nice show of respect from the former Revolution champion, Ken Dixon. And how can he not respect Jay Spade and Buku Dow?
That's real classy. Come on, Ken Dixon.
And not a lot of respect from Dixon to Joe Keys. But can't say as I'm surprised as the best damn tag team here at Wildcat Sports. Slime Season walks away with another victory to kick things off at the Bayou Beatdown.
And look, that was an inadvertent knee to the back of Joe Keys, but Keys certainly took issue with it. Struck Dixon with a right hand, and that led to the beginning of the end. Slime Season with a huge victory to kick off the Bayou Beatdown. And if you're watching on OnlyWrestlers.com, please get involved in the live chat. It's official now, over 5,000 active users on OnlyWrestlers.com. You can also check out the newest feature, Slameo, Picture Cameo, but for all your favorite professional wrestling stars, there are almost 400 active wrestlers on Only Wrestlers right now. So you can get a video message from anybody you want, including this man.
There you see the Southern Stomper, Luke Hawks. The hometown boy here at the Hilario Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been talking to Luke Hawks all day long. He's so happy to have Wildcat Sports partnering up with Title Match Network and OnlyWrestlers.com to bring this huge super show. What does the Southern Stomper have to say?
I would hope it has to do with later on this evening.
Hilario Center, what's up? Man, this looks good. This looks good. Thank y'all for being here tonight. What's up, baby? So look, I came out here because I got some good news and I got some bad news. As usual, right? It comes as a pair. Bad first, you're right. And bad first is what you already know. Unfortunately, I'm not performing tonight because I had surgery 2 weeks ago. Now, I gotta tell you, tonight is our first night at the Hilario Center. And Wildcat Sports and Only Wrestlers has did a hell of a job, right? So I'm gonna be real. It's killing me, man, to not be able to perform tonight. But I talked it over with our general manager, Lee Rudin, and he gave me the permission to officially announce that Wildcat Sports is coming back to the Hilario Center on November 22nd for our 14-year anniversary Revolution Rumble.
Wow.
Incredible.
That is huge.
Hell yeah, and I can tell you this, I'll be wrestling that night for damn sure.
Well, unfortunately, he can't compete tonight, but he will be back in the ring. And, well, this is the man who was supposed to be his opponent tonight. Former WWE World Champion Raj Desi.
The modern-day Maharaja, who I know was looking forward to competing with the Southern Stomper, and I gotta believe that Luke Hawx is not expecting Raj Desi to interrupt this announcement.
No, but he's ready to go right now. Obviously, they were set for the main event later on tonight, but...
Did I hear that right? 14 years, Wildcat Sports. I was last in a Wildcat ring about a decade ago, and it's great to see everything that Wildcat has become. New venue, new fans. Congratulations, Luke. Congratulations to the entire locker room, and on behalf of the entire locker room, on behalf of myself and the fans, we want to wish you a speedy recovery. Give it up for Luke Hawx.
Well, that's a bit of an unexpected class act.
The Maharaja has one request. In November, you keep the Maharaja in mind.
Well, you know, every athlete matures, and the modern-day Maharaja certainly appears to be one of those athletes. Oh, come on! Are you serious?
That was for my friend.
You jinxed it, Johnny.
Get out here.
The man just had his appendix removed.
And we look at that. This Charlie Haas.
Oh, no.
Charlie Haas had his own issues with the Southern Stomper coming down the ramp. It's low blow from the modern-day Maharaja. And come on now, Luke Hawx is not even medically cleared.
There have been loads of issues between Charlie Haas and Luke Hawx.
Wildcat Sports. When I think of the word cat, I think of pussy.
Whoa.
All right, come on now,
And
Charlie.
you are the biggest pussy of them all, so are you. You think you're in pain, boy? Get ready to meet the Haas of pain.
All right, now come on now. Luke Hawx, not even medically clear here tonight. That's ridiculous.
Oh, no, not to the midsection. Come on.
Charlie Haas is up and
Slime season!
It's slime season. Jay Spade and Buku down. And look at Raj and Charlie Haas bailing out. They want nothing to do with slime season. Slime season has forged a bit of a partnership over the last few weeks with Luke Hawx. It's nice to see Jay Spade come to his rescue.
Cut that music. Hold on. The one thing I am not going to tolerate in this building is any disrespect to any one of my slimes in here. Whether it's the slimes in the audience or Big Slime right here, if you're looking for a fight, you can take me on tonight in the main event, Raj.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Oh! And since you want to butt your head into this too, I got backup. I got something for your ass. So show up with them. Yes, show up with them and see what happens. So, hey, play my music now, Scott.
Jay Spade is going to start and end the night.
Talk about a huge revelation. We were scheduled to have Luke Hawx versus the modern-day Maharaja, but now the wild card Jay Spade has stepped up to take on Raj Desi in our main event here on Only Wrestlers.
Well, we certainly got the answer to whether or not Luke Hawx could compete, and now Raj Desi got the answer to who his opponent's going to be. What a turn of events. This is fantastic.
Well, I mean, whether or not Luke Hawx was even cleared, he's definitely worse for wear here. I mean, that was a huge announcement that Wildcat Sports will be back here on November 22nd for our 14-year anniversary Revolution Rumble. But look at this sight. It was just a few weeks ago where Luke Hawx was begging to join forces with Slime Season, and now Jay Spade stepping up for Luke Hawx, defending the honor of the Southern Stomper. What a main event here tonight.
And we can only hope no further damage was done to Luke Hawx. As a physical therapist, I can tell you how sensitive of an area that is post-surgery. Even if it's macroscopic, there's still major issues there. When you get struck like Luke Hawx was just now by the modern-day Maharaja Rajdasi, there could be a lot of damage done. So let's hope Luke wakes up tomorrow and can get back to his rehab like he has been and get back to the ring as soon as possible. But Slime Season, what a way to start the night for them.
I mean, the fact that Slime Season already competed tonight, big ups to Jay Spade, looking to compete again here tonight in our main event.
How we feeling? Ladies and gentlemen, that is how Wildcat starts a wrestling show. Looky what I got. I'll put it somewhere safe.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some more wrestling? We live right now. You could do better than that. Are you ready for some more wrestling? The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
All right, well, here we go. Johnny, you talked about the opportunity that all of our great fans here at OnlyWrestlers.com have to vote on matchups. We know that Charlie Haas will face the winner of our online poll, Roz O'Reilly, later on tonight. But a bit of a bonus match here as Antonio Rossi, who was a part of that vote, gets a one-on-one matchup against the other man of that contest, Billy Paradise.
Exactly, Sammy. Only Wrestlers Association wanted to give three of the most popular rising stars in Wildcat a shot to get votes from fans, and all three were going to compete tonight. And this is a huge moment for both of them.
And that's what I appreciate of OnlyWrestlers.com. It's such a great partnership between Only Wrestlers and us here at Wildcat Sports, giving opportunities to the young talent in this business. The Orlando, Florida enthusiast, the Magic Kingdom Wonderkin, Billy Paradise always has 2 tickets to paradise, but will that be enough here in this impromptu matchup between Billy Paradise and the Sauce, Antonio Rossi?
Well, as someone who has had season passes to the Magic Kingdom and Disney in Orlando, I fully support his interest. But yeah, massive moment here for Billy Paradise and saucy Antonio Rossi. And, you know, Paradise was the Wildcat Newcomer of the Year in 2023, but Rossi's been making waves for quite some time.
Referee calling for the bell, and I mean, I appreciate that interest, Johnny. I'm more of a Universal Studio guy myself, but nonetheless, Billy Paradise, bit of an upswing, has not been having too fair a share of luck in the singles division ever since he broke away from his tag team partner, Drew Taylor. And quite the opposite take here for his opponent tonight, the Sauce, Antonio Rossi, who just comes off a huge victory against former Wildcat Sports heavyweight champion, Danny Flamingo.
Flamingo will be in action as well later on this evening, but Antonio Rossi,
he's got the sauce, John. He's got the sauce.
As an Italian, I understand what he's going for there. Definitely gets a reaction from the Wildcat faithful.
And I know that Danny Flamingo, also another Italian, whenever these two faced off, that people were very conflicted as to who they were going to side, whether it was going to be Danny Flamingo, whether it was Antonio Rossi. I know we all were shocked that Antonio Rossi was able to get the victory over Danny Flamingo in less than a year here at Wildcat Sports. Does he have the momentum behind him against someone like Billy Paradise?
I think he certainly does, and you have to look at both of these men. It's almost, in a way, they're looking a nice arm drag. It almost looks like the mirror images of each other. They're both relatively early in their careers. They've both seen success. Obviously, Paradise more in tag team action, but Rossi's kind of been flying solo and very effectively.
And sometimes you just need that big, huge win to give you the confidence that you need to ride that success in this business. And clearly, Antonio Rossi is feeling the confidence. Big splash there from Rossi.
Great elevation into the cover, and Paradise able to kick out of 2, wisely heading to the outside.
And first cover of the match, and Billy Paradise already realizing that he is in the bullpen and going to think about it on the outside.
Well, Paradise creating his own timeout.
You know, some people call Antonio Rossi the sauce. Some people call him Mufalata Money Pants, but I'm not going to say that we're going to endorse that into any kind of trademark endorsement.
Yeah.
But clearly, Billy Paradise is being influenced by the success of Antonio Rossi so far. What does Billy Paradise have to do to get the edge up on the sauce Antonio Rossi?
Well, exactly what he did there. He kind of faked out Rossi for a split second right to the midsection, and now he has to go to work because, let's be honest, between the two, the athleticism edge does go to Rossi. So Paradise has to slow things down. He has to be a bit more methodical. And dare I say, he has to dig a little bit into that edge of his personality.
I mean, if you talk about personality, Billy Paradise has it in spades, and I don't know if that's more of a distraction than a hindrance for Billy Paradise. Ever since he broke away from his team with Drew Taylor, it seems like Billy Paradise has been trying to find himself, trying to figure out where he belongs in this business, and has that attention taken away from the focus that should be in that squared circle and trying to get that elusive 1, 2, 3 that would push him into that next level here at Wildcat Sports.
I definitely wouldn't say it takes away from the focus as a drop kick lands square to the moneymaker of the sauce. Into the cover goes Paradise, and Rossi able to kick out. I wouldn't say it takes away from the focus. I just think it's a confidence issue. When you have someone else you can rely on, you have a little bit of success, that partner goes away. It's almost like starting back at square one. And that's kind of where Paradise has been. Like you said, he's been dealing with some struggles. But an opportunity like this, with a big spotlight here, this could be the moment that Paradise skyrockets himself. Oh, into the cover, coming up empty.
And I can only imagine big drop kick from the sauce. Beautiful drop kick from Antonio Rossi. I mean, transitioning from tag team wrestling where you know you have someone watching your back to going all alone. And we saw just moments ago, Luke Hawks, 2-on-1 disadvantage from Charlie Haas and Raj Desi. And if Slime Season didn't watch Luke Hawks' back, it was going to be all over for the Southern Stomper. Billy Paradise going it alone here.
Cover by Paradise, and Rossi able to stay alive. But we are really seeing Billy Paradise start to pour it on. And that's a great point, Sammy. I mean, this issue came about very surprisingly for Luke Hawks. He's not happy about it, clearly. No athlete ever wants to be on the shelf, and what just happened could have really done long-term damage.
Yeah, I mean, Billy Paradise, he had a great matchup with the Southern Stomper just a few months ago, a really breakout performance, really his first big singles match out of the tag team division against Luke Hawks, and even though he didn't get the win there, he showed a lot of promise. But when is enough enough? No matter how promising you show, it doesn't really matter if you don't get that 1, 2, 3, Johnny. So what does Billy Paradise have to do to not just impress the fans here at Wildcat Sports, not just impress our general manager, Lee Rudin, but also get the job done between those squared ropes?
Well, I think he just learned that he took way too long trying to liven up the crowd here, and now Rossi looking to take control.
Look at that. Look at that slice bruschetta from Antonio Rossi, and he is feeling it here at the Hilario Center.
Little bruschetta bulldog action. You got to love that. Now Rossi looking to capitalize.
That's that confidence. I mean, I thought that Antonio Rossi, whether it deserved, he got caught here. Maybe it spoke too soon, Johnny.
Billy Paradise starting to look a little winded now. Rossi, the quicker of the two.
Oh, look at that.
Center of the ring, Rossi into the cover, and he puts away Billy Paradise.
Cut it out. Big win for Rossi.
And
Well, Sammy, you spoke about all the momentum that saucy Antonio Rossi had coming into this event tonight. That momentum continues. A massive victory tonight over Billy Paradise.
The unlikely role of the sauce Antonio Rossi continues to grow. This young kid came into Wildcat Sports because he wanted to compete with the best. He's well on his way to becoming part of that group on his own.
And
a great win.
We're seeing tremendous athleticism, amazing vertical elevation from Antonio Rossi, but we're also seeing a precise arsenal offensively, and that led him to victory tonight.
Billy Paradise, a great showing, with a lot of great talent coming up here at Wildcat Wrestling on OnlyWrestling.com.
And if you're in the live chat right now, you can vote on future matches. Of course, OnlyWrestlers.com. On Instagram at OW_OnlyWrestlers, as the great Melissa
You guys
Santos
are fire. Give yourselves
will be
a
heading
round
back
of
into the ring.
because you guys are on. You guys are hot, man. Give it up for every. We give it up for all the wrestlers that come in here, but you guys are. We're nothing, and it's not the same without you guys. So you guys have to give yourself so much credit for being here, and thank you so much for joining us. Are you guys ready for the next match? I want to give it up to our announce team up there. Can you guys give them a round of applause? I know you guys can't see them. Can you stand up? Look how amazing. They're dressed nice, looking great. Give it up to my ring announcer tag team partner here. This is my first time working with him, and look how amazing. Guys, we didn't plan this.
Melissa claims that they did not orchestrate this coordination of outfits, John.
Well, we know Edward certainly did.
It's just vibes today, and let's get this going, guys. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Well, there you see the good Reverend David Powers. And there you see the Professor, which can mean only one thing. The arrival of the Holly Grove Bandit. The Holly Grove Hoochie Daddy, Raza Rayleigh. Move over, James Brown, because the hardest working man in show business. And there you see the Holly Grove Bandit, Raza Rayleigh, set for competition here at the Bayou Beatdown.
Well, I don't think he's competing with James Brown anymore, but nonetheless, the hottest wrestler on the Gulf Coast has arrived. Very excited to see Raza Rayleigh in action here tonight for the first time live for me specifically. I know you know him very well. There isn't anything this man is not capable of.
Look at that, that's a Holly Grove Hooch. The Professor and the good Reverend David Powers coming in tow, the backup band, so to speak, for Raza Rayleigh, just echoing what the fans at Wildcat Sports have been doing for months now, getting behind Raza Rayleigh.
And there's a reason he got the greatest number of votes from the Only Wrestlers fans. That's why he was given this opportunity tonight.
Johnny, I gotta ask, did Raza Rayleigh win the vote?
Florida, weighing in at 235 pounds. Give it up for the three-time WWE and two-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. Here's Tully.
You know, Sammy, it's really difficult to argue as he just gets in the face of every fan he possibly can. We might be looking at the most skilled grappler and technician in action tonight, possibly, over the past couple of decades in professional wrestling. Charlie Haas, whether you like him or not, and most people here do not like him, you can't deny the accolades. former 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion, 2-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, and of course, he was partners for many years with current AEW Tag Champ Shelton Benjamin. These accomplishments, they haven't kept Haas from being so bitter, and that's really mind-blowing.
Well, I mean, bad company, I think it's a bit of an understatement to describe Charlie Haas. You list off all these accolades, there's no reason for this chip to be firmly set on the shoulder of Charlie Haas, and I do not envy Raza Rayleigh, who clearly is going to be on the other end of the onslaught of Charlie Haas.
Well, I can tell you this, Haas is certainly not happy that Rayleigh didn't come alone. As referee Chris Massey, definitely he'll have his work cut out for him with this one.
Well, as you already mentioned here, Johnny, I mean, Charlie Haas, not the first time we've seen him here tonight at the Bayou Beatdown. He came out seconding the modern-day Maharaja to do a beatdown, so to speak, on Southern Stomper Luke Hawx. That ended with not exactly how Charlie Haas, I'm sure, expected it. Slime Season making the save for Luke Hawx. We now know that the main event will be Raj Desi versus Jay Spade, and Charlie Haas cannot be happy about it.
Well, when opportunities present themselves, you have to take full advantage. That's exactly what Jay Spade did, and that's what Raza Rayleigh is looking to do right now.
And you can see Raja already kind of listening out for the fans who've become to support him. And there's just this groundswell of support here in New Orleans for the Holly Grove Bandit. You know, Raza Rayleigh, he was one of those unfortunate souls that was in the Superdome during Hurricane Katrina. He had a very devastating upbringing, but he rose above it. And one of the things that brought Raza Rayleigh out of those depths, out of the darkness, was his love of professional wrestling. And how great is it here tonight to see the Holly Grove Bandit competing at the Lario Center in front of so many fans here in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Certainly beyond full circle, and you know, he's so proud to be from this area. Everywhere he goes, he represents New Orleans. He represents the city, the culture, the people, and at some point, he's going to be traveling all throughout the United States, but tonight, his focus can only be on the great Charlie Haas, and there's a good chance, though, Haas may underestimate Raza Rayleigh, and case in point, sending Haas to the outside.
And Raza Rayleigh has never been on the stage like he is tonight. Raza Rayleigh asking for the spotlight. He's getting it here, and clearly Charlie Haas is not happy about how this match is going so far.
It's a good chance Haas may pop a few of those flamingos in between the barricades.
Yeah, the FWO is in full support here for later on tonight, but right now Charlie Haas, I mean, look at the expression of the former tag team champion who's been tearing through the OWA and has had his issues with Luke Hawx. I mean, explain this to me. What does Charlie have a problem with Luke Hawx for? And it feels like he's just taking it out now on Raza Rayleigh.
To be honest with you, the fact that I know both of these men, I do believe the issue that Charlie Haas has with Luke Hawx is the fact that Luke Hawx has had a lot of success in his career. He still is in incredible physical condition. He's still a tremendous professional wrestler. I think the issue that Charlie Haas has with Luke Hawx is that Luke isn't angry. Luke knows he will get in the ring, he will compete, win or lose, he will walk away with his head held high. Charlie Haas cannot do that. If he doesn't physically dominate his opponent, whether it's fair or not, he cannot walk away satisfied.
Well, I mean, I have no disagreement with anything you just said, John, but the fact is that Charlie Haas has had great success on his own. Is also in great, tremendous shape, considering he's a former NCAA champion. I mean, he is in the peak physical condition he's ever been in his career, and yet somehow he's not satisfied. Is it the respect or lack of respect that people like Raza Rayleigh show him?
Wait, was...
Now, I'm not sure. I don't know if the professor tripped up Charlie Haas, or is he just passing blame?
Well, Charlie Haas is certainly telling official Chris Massey that he was tripped up.
Well,
I didn't see it. I did not see him anywhere near Charlie Haas's feet.
I didn't see anything, and clearly Charlie Haas thinks so. Professor's denying it vehemently. Nonetheless, this match continues. Charlie Haas one-on-one with Raza Rayleigh, and of course, the good Reverend David Powers and the professor on the outside. And Charlie Haas clearly is in none mood here against the Holly Grove Bandit. There's the hammerlock from Charlie Haas. And I mean, I like to say that Raza Rayleigh has put Charlie Haas in a bad mood. It feels like he's always in a bad mood.
Well, Raza Rayleigh's kind of the antithesis of the Oh, wait a minute. Another.
Now, wait a minute.
He got tripped up again now.
I do think that maybe this time Reverend David Powers, who I would not say has the same kind of scruples that I would expect from the professor.
Now, Sammy, we didn't get a great angle there, but Charlie Haas is now saying that he was tripped up. Now he's demanding a microphone.
Bullshit. Shut up. This is supposed to be a one-on-one competition. It's a 3-on-1. You are denying
That's the paranoia of Charlie Haas.
Only wrestlers. Shut up. I'll come down there and stick a foot in your ass and walk you around like a slipper. Either you do your job or I'm walking. You can answer to the commission.
Oh my,
do your job.
Come on.
God, Charlie just threatening the official now.
Do it.
This is way too much. I mean, what? Is Massey really going to? He did!
Yeah, Charlie Haas just strong-armed the referee to kick out the professor and the Reverend David Powers.
Get out of here, boy. Get out of here.
Now, again, I don't know if the professor or David Powers really got involved in this thing, Johnny.
I got to be honest. I did not see either of them anywhere near Charlie Haas.
Get the hell out of here.
Oh, well.
It was obvious from the outset, Haas did not want either of them at ringside. He's a master strategist, and this is what he came up with, and it was successful. It's now one-on-one officially.
Whoa!
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, whether or not Powers and Professor put their hands on Charlie Haas, clearly he did to them, and turnabout is fair play. Charlie Haas, turn around.
And now Raza Rayleigh going to work here.
Raza Rayleigh coming in hot. Charlie Haas putting his attention exactly where it didn't belong, and Raza Rayleigh taking advantage.
As I was saying earlier, Charlie Haas holds a grudge against younger up-and-coming stars, exactly the man that Raza Rayleigh is, because he looks at his own career over the past 20 years. He's not there anymore, Sammy. That's why he cannot stand people like Raza Rayleigh.
Raza Rayleigh taking advantage, but I mean, look at that, the pain, because he's grabbing the back. Raza Rayleigh so quickly can Charlie Haas turn any matchup around. That's why he's a former NCAA champion, why he's had such success.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, Charlie Haas can take any opponent down. There's no doubt. He can out-grapple anybody. But his MO over the past number of years, it's been inflicting pain.
Clearly, I mean, Charlie, come on, Charlie, now!
God, the upper thoracic on top of the barricade. Are you kidding me?
Haas, lucky he didn't get this match thrown out after that.
Okay, the microphone's not part of the match.
You ain't gonna do anything. How's that feel, huh? How's that feel? Huh, you want another one?
This is beyond embarrassing. Come on. Oh, no, not again. On top of the
God.
barricade. That was the rib cage.
And someone take the microphone away from him. It's bad enough that he's using the barricade to an advantage to beat down on this young athlete in Raza Rayleigh, but he's got to talk smack to him while he's doing it. What is wrong with him?
You may hate it, the fans here may hate it, but this is exactly the game plan that Charlie Haas wanted to implement.
Well, that's ridiculous.
He wants to be in control.
Well, clearly he wants that, Johnny, but the fact that Charlie Haas has got this attitude, it's a problem for Raza Rayleigh, it's a problem for Luke Hawx, it's a problem for the entire OWA.
And that's what Charlie loves to do. He loves to cause problems. He wants to walk away from this match with everybody else miserable.
I'm going to appreciate that Raza Rayleigh.
Wait a minute. Charlie Haas just pushed Chris Massey into the ropes, knocking down Raza Rayleigh. This is too much.
And the strap's coming down, so that means Charlie Haas taking it up a notch.
Oh,
for the Olympic
Ankle slam by Haas.
My God.
And now, I think I know what's coming next. Pulling Rayleigh away from the bottom rope. And it's the Haas lock.
Oh, my God.
In the center of the ring. Rayleigh's got nowhere to go, Sammy.
Yeah, nowhere for Raza Rayleigh to go. Look at the pain on the face of Raza Rayleigh. Charlie Haas.
The pressure on the knee, and that'll do it.
Yeah.
The Haas lock leading Charlie Haas to a disgusting victory.
Yeah, I mean, no choice for Raza Rayleigh.
And now he won't let go. Come on now.
Charlie. Damn it, Charlie.
And here's your winner, Charlie Haas.
Now demanding the referee raise his hand. Good job, Charlie.
Charlie
the
Haas
victim
has become the epitome of who I bet he didn't want to be 20 years ago.
I don't know if Charlie even remembers who he was 20 years ago. The man in this ring is not someone that 20 years ago Charlie Haas would even recognize. The chip on the shoulder of Charlie Haas knows no end. Who is going to stop this man?
Nonetheless, he walks away victorious once again. As athletes age, they have to reinvent themselves, and Charlie Haas has certainly reinvented himself into a bastard, but a very successful one.
Oh, we don't have to like it. Referee helping Razzarelli out of the ring. Razzarelli got the vote win to compete against Charlie Haas. Great moment for Razzarelli.
And he showed a lot of promise, he showed a lot of fight, and unfortunately Charlie Haas, he's a bit of a hurricane to be up against. I mean, Charlie Haas is so unpredictable psychologically, physically. Great performance by Ray Lee, and what a chaotic night it's been so far.
Yeah, we still got more action coming up.
People finally got here. Okay, that was perfect, but we practiced it twice, so we're going to do it twice. Are we having a good time? Moving right along, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
This is going to be a hard-hitting matchup that has Wildcat electricity written all over it.
Introducing first, making his way to the ring.
Well, there you see.
Weighing in at 260 pounds.
The longest reigning Wildcat champion in history.
All the way from Houston, Texas, he is Wildcat Sports' longest reigning heavyweight champion at 913 days. He is Grizzled Ryan Davidson.
Grizzled Ryan Davidson. Same prowess, brand new attitude. I don't know what's got it into the crawl of Ryan Davidson, but it's about to be checked by one of the greatest Wildcat Sports champions in history.
Sammy, there is a lot we can say about Danny Flamingo, so decorated throughout his career with Wildcat. Most recently, the heavyweight champion. Obviously, that was taken away by the Brian Kendrick, also a two-time Revolution champion. You look at both of these competitors, they're really what Wildcat is all about in different elements.
Well, I mean, these are two of the pillars of this company. I mean, we're going to be celebrating 14 years of Wildcat Sports this November with the Revolution Rumble, which will be right here back at the Hilario Center. And Danny Flamingo, after he lost the Wildcat Championship at last year's Revolution Rumble, we didn't see Danny Flamingo for months. We weren't sure what was next for Danny Flamingo. A lot of people use that R word, the retirement, about what was going to happen for Danny. He came back and made it emphatic that he was going nowhere. He wanted to compete with the best and see if he still got it. Well, tonight, Danny, you have got that test against Grizzled Ryan Davidson.
And that test is 6'2", 260 pounds of tenacity and brutality.
No, Johnny, I mean, I gotta say, like, we're being joined again by a man that knows Ryan Davidson very well, the former manager, Ryan Davidson, hard buddy Chris Harper. Harper, welcome to the announce table.
It's great to be back sitting next to y'all. Man, how can you... Ryan Davidson, every match he is in, he should be favored.
Well, I mean, I think that's a testament as to why he was the longest ever reigning Wildcat Sports champion. But Harper, you can't ignore the fact that Ryan Davidson no longer has that championship around his waist. And, I mean, if you want to talk about it, Ryan Davidson seemingly kicked you to the curb. He doesn't want you out there in his corner. I mean, what happened between you two guys?
Look, so we went our separate ways. It happened. You know, kind of like your first 4 marriages, Sammy. Okay?
Wow. All right, well.
You've had a history I didn't know about.
Oh, yeah. Trust me.
I'm going to let Harper say what he wants to say.
Go check his Facebook.
And while I watch Danny Flamingo, one of the most beloved, going for that Luthez press, but Ryan Davidson, the strength of the grizzled.
It's going to take a lot more than that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe going for that, I guess, a sunset flip. Ryan Davidson, I'll drop the elbow. These two men clearly know each other very well. The first time Danny Flamingo ever challenged for the Wildcat Sports Championship was against grizzled Ryan Davidson. These two men have gone to war before, and there's a Luthez press. This time connects.
And now a collection of right hands. Danny Flamingo, the longest entrant in Revolution Rumble history. And I believe he's the only competitor to ever win the Revolution title in the Rumble.
And, you know, I can't tell you how many people who come through the Wildcat Sports Stores, people that want to train in the Wildcat Dojo, superstars that want to make their name here at Wildcat, that say that Danny Flamingo inspired them. Danny Flamingo, a man who came from nothing and went all the way to the top here at Wildcat Sports.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, that's pure strength right there. They don't call him the Texas Bear for nothing.
Yeah, even with the heart that Danny Flamingo has, I mean, can heart match up to the brute strength of the Texas Bear, Ryan Davidson? And Johnny, I know
Davidson hoisting up.
My God, look at that.
Flamingo stalling suplex, perhaps.
And Danny Flamingo is no light heavyweight. Ryan Davidson hoisting up the Flamingo with ease. So he drops him down.
And Mr. Harper, you know, Ryan Davidson was a tremendous athlete before he ever set foot in the ring. As he goes into a cover here, shoots the half and kick out there by Flamingo. You know, he followed in the footsteps of other wrestling legends playing football at Texas A&M. Ryan Davidson has been all about physicality for well over 2 decades.
Well, here's the thing with Ryan Davidson. I know he's not built like, you know, Lex Luger, but he is pure muscle, and he's a pure athlete. He has very deceiving speed and agility for someone of his size.
Well, I mean, Harper, can you condone when Ryan used that speed and strength against the new #1 contender for the Wildcat Championship, Edge Stone, at our last event? I mean, we know that Ryan Davidson's been trying to claw his way back to becoming Wildcat champion, did not get the job done against Brian Kendrick, and then it just seemed that after that matchup between Ryan and Edge Stone, after Stone got the victory, that it feels like Ryan Davidson, he just snapped.
Cover by Flamingo.
Ryan just snapped, assaulting Edge Stone after the match. We know that Stone will compete here tonight, but it just feels like Ryan Davidson has shifted into a new gear here.
Well, look, unfortunately for Ryan, frustration got the best of him for that one night. I'm not going to let just one night describe this whole man's career. Well, it happens.
We'll see if cooler heads will prevail here tonight with the opportunity that both Flamingo and Ryan Davidson have here on OnlyWrestlers.com.
And we're seeing an issue here. Flamingo obviously very powerful in his own right, but he's not going to overpower Ryan Davidson. When you watch Ryan Davidson in the ring, he makes you think of people like the Funks, like Stan Hansen, even the great Tully Blanchard, who we are going to see later on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, even Ryan Davidson, as the size of that man, sometimes can fly through the air. Look at Ryan Davidson trying to go with that top rope, and Danny Flamingo doing everything he can to stop it. And, Danny, I don't think this is a smart move. Oh, my God.
He's got a seat.
Look at the strike
for the electric chair.
Good God.
That was a lot of weight on Danny Flamingo's shoulders.
And that was everything that Flamingo needed. 260 pounds crashing onto the canvas, and you see the struggle there. Davidson, the back of the head, the upper thoracic spine, the cervical took a lot of damage there.
Yeah, I mean, Danny Flamingo throwing everything on the line there. The hubris it will take to put a man the size of Ryan Davidson on your shoulders to hit an electric chair. But that's the kind of man Danny Flamingo is. That's the kind of champion, the Shall Mention sensation, Danny Flamingo was. Danny Flamingo is out to prove that he's still got it.
And now Flamingo looking to utilize the quickness advantage here, and down goes Davidson.
Don't count out Flamingo.
Flamingo, the only athlete to make it to the final 2 of the Revolution Rumble 2 years in a row. In a fight for his existence here, like you said, trying to fight his way back into title contention. Getting past Davidson would be a huge step in that process.
Don't count out the deep gas tank. That is Danny Flamingo. Nice. Look at that big backdrop. My goodness. Ryan Davidson, I cannot believe would have expected this kind of offense from Danny Flamingo.
Swinging neck breaker connects by Flamingo. The first time this matchup into the cover. And Davidson kicks out. You saw how much effort that took out of Flamingo just to get the cover.
And Flamingo put every single thing he had, as he does every single time he competes here. But Harper, I know that you've never been a big fan of Danny Flamingo. What do you think Danny has to do to get the edge over Ryan Davidson here in the ending of this matchup?
Well, I think, unfortunately, for someone like Danny Flamingo, he's going to have to try to outsmart Ryan Davidson, which I don't think he has that ability to do.
How smart it is to go up top. Danny Flamingo,
what did I tell you?
Not very familiar with the high district there on the top rope.
Now Davidson here with dangerous intentions.
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Flamingo able to fight back to his feet here.
Oh my goodness. That big bear lariat from the Texas Bear.
And now Davidson, that is a powerful right fist. Immediately into the cover goes Davidson, and Flamingo just stays alive.
There's $1 million fist drop from Ryan Davidson. Still not enough to keep the Shalmation sensation down.
Right now we're seeing why Davidson was the first ever Grand Slam champion in reality of wrestling amongst every other accolade here in Wildcat.
Ryan Davidson has won championships all over the South, all over the world. Former reality of wrestling champion, Hurricane Pro champion, as we mentioned, the longest reigning Wildcat champion in history. But he's not champion right now, Johnny. He's got to get the job done. And how is he going to get a shot at the gold if he can't get past Danny Flamingo?
And you can see how much has been taken out of both of these competitors, Mr. Harper, when it goes into the deep waters. Who do you give the advantage to?
I'm giving it to Ryan Davidson. And I'm surprised that Danny's doing this well.
Oh!
I take that back.
Face first into the top turnbuckle. And Davidson.
God, it always surprises me when a man the size of Ryan Davidson is able to move like that. Enziguri from the Texas Bear. And now Ryan Davidson saying it is all over for Flamingo. Davidson driver connects.
That's got to be it.
Davidson driver leads to victory.
And your winner, Ryan Davidson.
Well, he may not be the #1 contender, but he sure feels like he should be. Ryan Davidson sends a message against Danny Flamingo here at the Bayou Beatdown.
And Mr. Harper, this match was as physical as we could have anticipated.
I can tell you, Ryan Davidson means business every time he steps between his ropes, and unfortunately, Danny Flamingo found that out.
Clearly, there's a new attitude from the Texas Bear. A new attitude from Grizzled Ryan Davidson. What happens next for Ryan Davidson here at Wildcat Sports?
Well, Davidson always offers every single opponent to answer the call or get mauled, and unfortunately, it was the latter tonight for the great Danny Flamingo as Ryan Davidson walks away victorious. And the Wildcat action is only going to continue here, Sammy.
Oh man, we've got huge matchup championship implications up next with the Revolution Championship on the line. I cannot wait for this triple threat matchup.
And if you're joining us on Title Match, thank you so much for tuning in, or on OnlyWrestlers.com. Get involved in the live chat. Over 5,000 active users now on OnlyWrestlers.com. Almost 400 professional wrestlers as well. As we go back to Melissa Santos.
You guys, I want you guys to get loud right now because I'm about to announce a championship match. So let's get going. They're back there. They're feeling the vibes. So I want you loud. Come on, let's just get loud. Let's make some noise. Let's go. Let's make some noise. Come on, let's make some noise. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The following contest is for the Wildcat Revolution Championship. Let's go.
Now, Sammy, I know you recognize this music quite well. I'm going to be honest with you. This man gave me an introduction for him.
Did he?
He did.
Okay. I'm not surprised by that.
If you'll indulge me after the announcements, I've been instructed to give this introduction for this individual.
Well, you know, it'd be nice if we have a nice, clean triple threat matchup. There's already so many intangibles with the championship on the line with 3 men in the ring. But the fact that you guys are displaying that Wildcat Cat Scratch Fever trophy that I know for a fact you can deny it all he wants, and Mickey Drama made for himself. There you see the Drama King, Mickey Drama, accompanying Simon Phillips, the Drama Club in full force here at the Bayou Beatdown.
Well, here's the introduction I've been instructed to say. Emerging from the shadows of the coast with a heart as gold and as cold as the ocean's depths, he's a ruthless force who doesn't just defeat opponents, he breaks them. He's unstoppable in his quest to dominate and will toast the dreams of anyone who dares to stand in his way. Bow down and bear witness to the merciless toast of the coast, Simon Phillips. I hope I did that justice. I'm sure he will let me know.
Did he write that out for you?
I don't know who wrote it for me. This is a message I received from Mr. Drama.
Well, I hope that he's taking this match seriously because there are huge championship implications here as the Wildcat Sports Revolution Championship is on the line. And is the Revolution title going to go international here tonight?
If this man has anything to say about it, it certainly is. One of the most tremendous athletes in professional wrestling today, the true Sphinx, has arrived in the Bayou. One of the most thrilling stars in Lucha with a jaw-dropping offensive arsenal. Esfide has made a thrilling impact with OWA just over a month ago in Chicago in taking down Davey Bang. He also remains the CMLL Mexican National Lightweight Champion, also a multiple tag team champion as well. He is incredibly fun to watch.
Well, Esfide is going to definitely have an opportunity to put more gold around his waist. As you alluded to at the top of the show, Johnny, the forbidden door, so to speak, has been completely blown up here at OnlyWrestlers.com. CMLL going against Wildcat Sports, only right here on OnlyWrestlers.com.
The Sphinx is ready for action.
Well, I hope that the Sphinx
the Revolution title as we go to Melissa Santos for the official introductions.
The following contest is for the Wildcat Revolution Championship. Introducing first to my right, accompanied by Mickey Drama, the representative of the Drama Club. We're gonna do that one more time. Accompanied by Mickey Drama. He is the president and leader of the Drama Club, weighing in at 190 pounds from Angel Grove, Louisiana. He is Toast of the Coast, Simon Phillips.
Alyssa Santos got a little nervous around Mr. Phillips and Mr. Drama.
Yeah, the Toast of the Coast with a side of ham. And the Drama King, Mickey Drama.
And next, making his way to the ring from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 105 kilos. He is a third-generation luchador and a true embodiment of la esencia del ring. Él es Esfinge. And last but not least, your champion, weighing in at 180 pounds from right here, right now, Mr. 5K, Nate Bradley.
Oh, the stage is set and Mr. 5K always knows how to rile up the Wildcat faithful. In a triple threat match, there are no countouts, no disqualifications, and the champion, Nate Bradley, does not need to be pinned to lose the Revolution title.
There you see senior official Wildcat Sports, Said Evamusa, holding up the championship. That is what it is all about. One of the most coveted titles in Wildcat Sports on the line. Who leads the Bayou Beatdown Revolution champion? There's the bell. Here we go. Defending champion, Mr. 5K, Nate Bradley, taking on Esfinge and the defiant Simon Phillips. And, of course, the question mark on the outside, Johnny, the Drama King, Mickey Drama.
There's a lot of questions to this matchup. I mean, certainly intriguing elements here. Bradley and Phillips know each other quite well, but Esfinge is a real wild card here. If you're looking at pure strength, Esfinge has it. But as far as athletic ability, all three of them very, very even keel.
Yeah, I mean, talk about
look
quick
at that. Cover here early on.
As quickly, none of these men working by the hour. You know that they all know the threat they have.
We'll roll up by Esfinge. And
referee not even in position. That's how quick and fast and furious. Look at that. Jackknife pin from Simon Phillips, and there's a stalemate.
Well, all three of the athletes in the ring had a similar game plan to kick this match off.
And fast and furious action. You know, when Wildcat Sports first started, the Revolution Championship was all about giving opportunities for young athletes, just like the three men in the ring here tonight. And it's great to see that tradition continued. And this, oh my God, lighting up the champion.
This is the overwhelming offense of Esfinge. It is powerful, it is lightning quick, and it is difficult to keep up with. Case in point, both Bradley and Phillips on the outside, and now Esfinge through the second rope.
Tope suicida, my God.
And he is not done yet. Wasting little time, picking up speed, switching gears through the second rope, and into the barricade goes Phillips.
Taking out Simon Phillips again. You know, the Revolution Championship, synonymous with Lucha Libre. One of the first champions was Bestia Seis. And Esfinge looking to continue that tradition. Can he walk away Revolution champion here tonight?
There's no doubt about it. Esfinge has had success everywhere he goes. One of the biggest stars in CMLL today. Also a former Occidente light heavyweight and tag team champion, right into a cover, and Bradley able to power out.
And despite that Lucha Libre style, clearly Esfinge has got the weight and strength advantage in this matchup. It'll be very interesting to see how the champion and challenger of Nate Bradley combat this X Factor that is the CMLL star.
Look at the athleticism of Bradley.
Look at that. Standing head scissors, drop kick to boot, Mr. 5K on display.
Now, Sammy, you've been here throughout the career of someone like Nate Bradley, who continues the offensive arsenal here on Esfinge. What is it that makes Nate Bradley stand out the most? To me, thus far, it is the incredible athleticism. Off the top, crossbody, into the cover. Ooh, is Figne able to kick
Look
out?
at that far leg, not enough. But I mean, Nate Bradley, he's the workhorse. He works every single day of the week. We've seen him blowing up Texas. He's competing with the best in Lucha Libre every single week. Oh, but there's that, you see, defiant Simon Phillips.
Phillips was getting strategy on the outside from Mickey Drama. That strategy was successful, and now the upper thoracic taking the damage.
When we talk about the challenge for the champion, Nate Bradley, I mean, these triple threat matchups, just when you think you have the advantage, the X factor is the third opponent who comes in just like Simon Phillips is right now.
And this is exactly what Simon Phillips wants. He wants to be aggressive at all times. And let's be honest, Sammy, you know full well, there's no rule that he's not willing to bend. Well, guess what? In a triple threat match, there really aren't any rules.
Well, ever since Simon Phillips linked up with Mickey Drama last year and formed this coalition, this drama club, I mean, it's been all momentum for Simon Phillips. He won the 2024 Revolution Rumble. He earned a shot at Nate Bradley for that Revolution Championship, but when it seemed that Simon wasn't going to get the win, Mickey Drama put an end to that with a 4-on-1 beatdown to Nate Bradley. Look at that standing shooting star press.
Cover? No. Unbelievable.
And you know that Nate Bradley hasn't forgotten that. Nate Bradley hasn't forgotten the fact that Drama Club and those masked druids that Mickey Drama has in his employ just assaulted Nate Bradley.
But there's some explosion from Simon Phillips with a couple of suplexes to each opponent. As Mickey Drama watches on, Phillips continues to stomp away. Bradley has been sent to the outside, and now looking to lock in a camel clutch.
Yes, Figne is in a bad place here. I mean, what would it mean for Simon Phillips to finally get his clutches around the Revolution title? And I mean, Johnny, I've heard it said over and over again, I don't understand how the Drama Club thinks this is how it works. Simon Phillips has pledged that if he wins the Revolution Championship, he is going to gift it to Mickey Drama. Mickey Drama thinks that if Simon Phillips wins this match, that Mickey Drama becomes Revolution Championship. Explain how that works to me.
Well, I certainly don't know how things work if that's the case, but when it comes to Mickey Drama, there's a reason that Simon Phillips does all of his bidding. They are in the same mindset.
Yeah,
I mean, Mickey Drama apparently was raised by monks. He broke away. Now he's a complete charlatan.
Look, enough people are drinking the Kool-Aid, Johnny. I don't need you to do the same thing, too.
Oh,
yes,
no, I'm not.
I know that Mickey Drama wants everyone to see the light. He's been preaching the same thing to me. He thinks that I'm in the Drama Club for whatever reason. He's been preaching the same thing to our general manager, Lee Rudin, despite the fact that Lee continues to try to shake some sense into the Drama Club.
Look at his Figne!
And we saw the Drama Club get that shot at the tag team titles at our last event, and that was ruined, that opportunity by Nate Bradley. I mean, there's issues between Bradley and Simon Phillips, but I don't think either of them realized how much as Figne was going to be a factor in this matchup. Look at that monkey flip.
Well, now the issue that Phillips is having is with Esfigne, who's looking to pile it on offensively, going for yet another monkey flip.
So nice he had to do it twice.
Center of the ring, Esfigne, new champion, and no, Phillips able to keep this match alive.
It's going to be very interesting to see if Nate Bradley and Simon Phillips have been so focused on one another, if they did not really give the respect and consideration to how much of a threat Esfigne is going to be here in this matchup, who is in complete control right now.
And I do have to say, I know you clearly are not a fan of the way Mickey Drama and Simon Phillips operate, but he was the winner of the 2024 Revolution Rumble. He's starting to have a lot of success here. A boot to the face of Esfigne.
I can appreciate the ability of Simon Phillips, but at the end of that matchup, Simon Phillips won the Revolution Rumble. He outlasted 29 other men, but it was Mickey Drama that the Drama Club raised on their shoulders. Oh my God, Poison Rana, my God.
And Nate Bradley needed a lot of time to recover on the outside, gets back in the action and spiked on his head. This is the moment Simon Phillips needs to turn this into a one-on-one matchup, catapulting himself into the corner, attacking his Esfigne.
I don't mean to God in the crossbody of the Nate Bradley. I try to take nothing away from the athletic ability of Simon Phillips.
Oh, cover here. Is Phillips going to be a new champion? No. Bradley stays alive.
It's just the company that Simon Phillips keeps. I mean, you can see Mickey Drama just waiting patiently on the outside, hoping that his protege, Simon Phillips, will see the light, win the title, and then just gift it to Mickey Drama. How is that fair?
I mean, Mickey Drama looks like a tremendous athlete, although I have not seen him compete.
Now, he's got the calves. He's so much man. Trademark. Put it on a T-shirt. As Fienne goes up top. Oh, wait a minute. I think Simon Phillips might have caught it.
But Nate Bradley catches him!
Oh my God!
Into the corner goes Phillips, and now Esfinge, German suplex. Once again, Bradley, so much damage being done to the back, somehow back to his feet. Are you kidding me?
And Nate Bradley, look at that, there's a kip up.
This is the endurance that Nate Bradley has shown over the course of his career. Oh my God.
Both men thinking the same thing, and now all three men are down. Triple threat match for the Wildcat Revolution Championship on the line.
And this match has been as action-packed as we could have expected. Simon Phillips now getting revved up by Mickey Drama in the corner. Nate Bradley, the incumbent, looking to defend. And Esfinge looking to come into New Orleans for the first time and walk away with the gold.
I mean, let's talk about a pick-up. I mean, we're in this evenly matched. I mean, who's got the advantage here?
At this point, I think we're back at square one.
Nate Bradley looking to leave. Still Revolution champion. We'll talk about a tough mountain to task. Triple threat. First fall to a finish. Who walks away with the gold? Is it going to be Mr. 5K?
And we've seen this kind of offense from Nate Bradley. He has a second reserve. He has a third reserve, and we're seeing it right now.
More gas tanks than you can think. Oh, my God. There's a plethora of those dragon suplexes here. There's another one to Esfinge. And there's another kip up to Nate Bradley. This kid doesn't know when to quit.
The question is, what's the strategy here? He's got opponents in each corner.
I don't know whether it's smart or not, but Nate Bradley doesn't know how to say no. He's just go, go, go. He'll take on anyone that wants a challenge for that Revolution strap.
Now Esfinge charging in.
And tied up there on that top rope, and
didn't quite get all of it, but enough damage to knock Esfinge down. Now off the top, springboard!
Opportunistic positioning there for Nate Bradley, taking out both opponents.
But Nate Bradley, though, was not able to pull Esfinge over to the corner, to the center, I should say. Another pinning predicament, and Simon Phillips able to kick out.
I mean, a split decision from Nate Bradley took out both of his challengers, decided to go for Esfinge, who was unfortunately too close to the ropes, then went for the cover on Simon Phillips, able to kick out of it. But still the champion, Mr. 5K, in control, but not for long. There's Mr. Simon Phillips. Oh, look at that. Innovative offense from the Defiant. Oh, reversal there. My God, fast and furious action here, Johnny.
What a tremendous reversal!
Oh, God!
Right into the cover after the power bomb, but a basement drop kick by Esfinge to break up the pin.
Nate Bradley goes for it all. We'll never know. Esfinge breaks it up. This match for the rep title continues.
Bradley hit the 5K driver. Usually would put away any opponent, but Esfinge, that's the predicament with a triple threat match.
Now that's the challenge that these throwaway matches present. We're going to have another throwaway elimination style later on tonight. It's crowned the first ever OWA Women's Champion, but right now, this is one fall to the finish. Whoever gets the first decision walks away Revolution Champion.
Now this is something I didn't think we'd see. Bradley and Phillips teaming up on Esfinge.
Yeah. After the things that these men have been through, I never thought that, but that's the threat that Esfinge presents here. The CMLL Luchador going on his own here.
And consecutive backbreakers now. Esfinge showing off some power, and face first goes the champion.
Face first, Mr. 5K. Nate might be out of it here.
Now Esfinge could be setting up for the Esfinge splash.
Yeah, he's got Nate Bradley in the prone position here. The champion is not moving. What's going to happen?
The springboard splash! But Esfinge's not done. Wait a minute. Simon Phillips now heading to the opposite corner.
Yeah, Esfinge's feeling it here, but wait, Simon Phillips is up. Esfinge's coming. Oh, wait, Mickey Drama on the outside. What the hell?
Mickey Drama swept the legs.
Oh, God!
And now a double stomp by Simon Phillips. New champion.
No, what the hell?
We have a new Wildcat Revolution champion in Simon Phillips.
Oh, my God.
Here's your winner and new Wildcat Revolution champion, Simon
Oh my God, Simon Phillips just won the Revolution Championship thanks to Mickey Drama. And look at that, Mickey Drama acting like he just won the title.
I'm at a loss for words.
What the hell is that?
Esfinge was moments away from hitting a second consecutive Esfinge splash when Mickey Drama pulled the legs out. Esfinge crashed to the ground. The official didn't see it, no disqualification anyway, and that is when Simon Phillips took full advantage.
Look at this sight. Look at this ridiculous image. Simon Phillips just won the Revolution Championship, but it's Mickey Drama on the shoulders of Simon. Mickey Drama just acting like he just had the biggest victory of his entire career.
I have no idea how they operate psychologically, but the fact remains.
I don't think anybody's drinking more Kool-Aid of the Drama Club than the head honcho, Mickey Drama.
Well, there's going to be a lot of Kool-Aid being poured out tonight as the toast of the coast, Simon Phillips, walks away as the new Wildcat Revolution champion.
But he's not walking away as the champion, Johnny. It's Mickey Drama.
We're going to take a very, very, very brief intermission right after this. DJ, turn up the music.
God, what else is going to happen here at the Bayou Beatdown?
All of your favorite Wildcat
What a night it has been thus far. We just crowned a new champion. We will also crown an inaugural champion in our main event.
And let's get ready for the second
But right now we are
half
going
of
to
the
take
show.
a very short intermission. So whether you're watching on Title Match Network or on OnlyWrestlers.com, do not go anywhere. We still have 3 action-packed matchups left. This is Only Wrestlers and Wildcats Bayou Beatdown.
So, you want to be a professional wrestler. Walking the walk and talking the talk, like the big stars you see on TV.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
You can learn to get back up. This is the Wildcat School of Professional Wrestling. Here, you don't just chase your dreams, you achieve them. You ready to go again?
Sir.
Let's go!
Why don't we just talk during the intermission? Let's discuss the action we've seen thus far and the action.
Let's talk about the new Revolution champion. Sammy happens. This is what happens. This is what happens when order is restored. This is what happens when you follow the light. Simon Phillips didn't just win the Revolution Championship tonight. He rescued it. He rescued it from chaos, from people like Nate Bradley who have no idea what it means to be worthy of the spotlight. You know, it's a responsibility that's just far too big for him to handle. This championship right here. This championship now belongs to the mission, to the code. To the light! Simon, tell them, Simon, why am I holding this belt right now?
You're holding that belt because this is what happens when you trust the light. That title doesn't just belong to me. It belongs to the drama club, and it belongs to Mickey Drama.
Simon.
That's right.
Simon.
That's right, Simon. Let this be a lesson to all of you unworthy bottom feeders crawling around in the dark, thinking you have a chance to stand in this spotlight. You don't decide where the light shines. I do.
I gotta be honest, I had some follow-up questions there. You know these guys better than I do. Quite frankly, I wanted to ask why Mickey Drama was acting as if he won the championship.
I'd like to say that Mickey would give you a rational answer.
Yeah.
But the truth is that we just saw Mickey Drama, Simon Phillips. Simon Phillips just defeated Nate Bradley in a triple threat matchup. Nate Bradley is the new Wildcat Revolution champion, despite the fact that Mickey Drama made it clear that he thinks he's the new Revolution champion. I don't know what the hell that means.
You mean Simon Phillips, of course. Yes, he's the.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't.
I know it's difficult to say Nate Bradley's no longer the champion. I understand. It is difficult.
Nate Bradley was a great Wildcat Revolution champion, and the fact that his reign ended the way it did, Simon Phillips winning the Revolution Championship, now Mickey Drama walking around, he's got that ridiculous trophy, and now he's walking around with the Revolution Championship. Is there no end to the depravity of the Drama Club?
Say what you will about the Drama Club, but they're another reason why Wildcat is must-watch, because you never know what they're capable of. You never know what Mickey Drama is going to say or do. And you see the athleticism of someone like Simon Phillips. The sky is the limit for a guy like him. And now he holds that Revolution Championship. That's even more power in the hands of the Drama Club.
I mean, I take nothing away from Simon Phillips. There's a reason why Simon was able to outlast 29 other men to win the Revolution Rumble last year, and now he sits atop the Revolution division as the champion, but it's Simon Phillips who holds the gold.
Yep.
But for some reason, Simon Phillips is drinking the same Kool-Aid that so many other people seem to be drinking at the hands of Mickey Drama. And I don't know what the hell's going to happen next. Can we get an answer from Lee Rudin as to what's going on with this?
I think at some point we may, but Drama Club aside, Revolution title aside, we've seen amazing action throughout the night here. I mean, we kicked off with an electric tag team clash. Slime Season walking away with a massive victory over Joe Keys and Ken Dixon, but we found out shortly after the night is not over for Jay Spade.
No, I mean, Jay Spade's going to be doing double duty after Luke Hawks was not medically cleared to compete tonight. Unfortunately, not able to compete against the modern-day Maharaja Raj Dasi. We saw Charlie Haas and Raj viciously assault Luke Hawks until Slime Season, his new compadres, I guess, coming to Luke Hawks' aid, and Jay Spade wasn't done there. Jay Spade challenged Raj Dasi to a match, and that will happen in the main event here to come tonight. Jay Spade versus the modern-day Maharaja.
And Charlie Haas wasn't finished with his attacks either. He unfortunately got the best of Raza Rayleigh in a very underhanded fashion. I mean, he essentially found ways to get everyone ejected from ringside and then used the Haas lock to lead him to victory. But that's really the MO of Charlie Haas. He tends to be a psychological warrior, and he's also physically dominant as well.
I was so looking forward to the match. I mean, that's what I love about OnlyWrestlers.com, is that it gives the power to you, the fans, here at OnlyWrestlers.com. You can decide not only match stipulations, but match outcomes. It was Raza Rayleigh that got voted by you to face Charlie Haas, and it is quite unfortunate that that matchup ended the way that it did, considering the opportunity for the Holly Grove Bandit.
And prior to the triple threat match, we saw a very physical altercation with Ryan Davidson coming out on top. You know, a lot of people wonder, what is the future of Ryan Davidson? Clearly, Davidson saying, I'm done when I say I'm done. He looks as good as ever.
I mean, Ryan Davidson, there's a reason why Ryan was the longest ever reigning Wildcat Sports Heavyweight Champion of all time. But he was, regardless of whether he was the name, the face of Wildcat Sports last year, the year before that, it's about here and now. And Ryan Davidson is on a mission to make the here and now still about grizzled Ryan Davidson.
Well, we have two main events tonight. Speaking of being on a mission, there are three women that are on a mission tonight to be crowned the inaugural OWA Women's World Champion. This, I can't even imagine the ramifications of a match like this. When you have Persephone, one of the rising stars of CMLL, you have Danny Moe, the Spitfire. She's won titles and matches all across the country. And then, of course, you have the undeniable diamond Tessa Blanchard. What hasn't she done in her career? She just continues to list first after first after first. And now she has the opportunity tonight, along with these other two women, to become the inaugural OWA Women's Champion.
Well, the fact that we will crown history here tonight, there can only be one ever first. Who will be the first ever Only Wrestlers Association Women's Champion? And I mean, I got to say that the X Factor has got to be the Hall of Famer, the Four Horsemen. Tully Blanchard is going to be in the corner of his daughter, Tessa Blanchard, here tonight. But I mean, huge stakes, the biggest stakes here at Only Wrestlers.
No question about that. And I think with that said, we're very close to coming back from intermission.
Well, I mean, I know that, and I'm so excited to see what our main event is going to be. Will it be Jay Spade versus Raj Desi?
I believe we have special guests.
Well,
this was unexpected considering she's in competition coming up very soon. But the undeniable diamond herself, Tessa Blanchard, and it is an honor, sir, if I could shake your hand, the great Tully Blanchard.
Honor to meet the Hall of Famer, the Four Horsemen, Tully Blanchard here.
And no doubt a future Hall of Famer.
And I know that, Tessa, you've got to be excited. The opportunity here tonight to become the first ever OWA Women's Champion.
That's right. And I've got my dad by my side. And I've got my dad by my side, so we all know what the result's going to be.
That is, I couldn't put it better myself. It is the confidence that being a Blanchard is in this professional wrestling business. And she has, the gene pool is strong.
In all due respect, sir, and I know that you are alleging this business, but considering what is on the line, the first ever women's champion will be crowned here tonight. Do you really think that it's fair for you to be out there accompanying Tessa here and this, giving her that kind of an advantage?
My coaching is going to be an advantage. My cheering is going to be an advantage. You tell me.
I got to be honest, Sammy. You should be disappointed in that
I don't mean the question. I no disrespect. I know what a great champion you are, but do you think that might tarnish the legacy that you're trying to build here
If I come out with that championship, what's being tarnished? You are looking at excellence right here in front of you. His career, the career that I had, the Blanchard legacy, that speaks for itself, and you're going to see that here tonight.
And speaking of excellence, Mr. Blanchard,
in the history of professional wrestling, to see that it was passed down to your daughter, what is most impressive about her arsenal in the ring to you?
It is a simple fact that, like I was, I could take a beating and still be here. She can take a beating. Now the thing is, if you talk about these other people in this match, they can have somebody be their second. If they're not smart enough to have a second or a coach be in the corner for them, is that our fault?
No, I mean, it's a triple threat match, and this is an elimination triple threat match at that, which means really there's no holds barred. We will crown a new women's champion no matter what happens, and I wish best of luck to both of you.
In a parent's pride, we might as well just give her the belt, and we don't even have to have the match. How about that?
I respect any point you make, Mr. Blanchard, but the match is official. The contracts have been signed. So the match does need to happen. But without further ado, I will say Tessa certainly has an opportunity, just like the other two women, to walk away as the OWA Women's Champion. But I love the idea.
It's going to be fun to watch up close and personal. And I promise you, I will not get involved. I will clap, I will cheer, I will coach, but I'm not going to hit anybody. I'm not going to touch anybody.
When is Tully Blanchard ever? When is Tully? Come on.
Okay, that's a fair point.
He's one of the horsemen. They don't lie.
Well, you heard it here.
We are as clean as they come, and if there's one thing a Blanchard knows how to do, it's go out there and win honestly.
All right, well, you heard here the Tully Blanchard, Tessa Blanchard, huge stakes here tonight. Triple threat to crown the first ever OWA Women's Champion. We're going to get back to the action soon, so I thank you, Tully, for your time. I appreciate it. And Tessa, good luck tonight.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Like we said, 2 main events tonight. We will crown the inaugural OWA Women's World Champion. And then, of course, Raj Desi will be taking on the upstart from Wildcat, Jay Spade. I think you did really well with Mr. Blanchard. I think he took a liking to you.
I think you left me hanging there, Johnny.
No, I don't think so at all. I just happen to agree with the point Mr. Blanchard. Actually, every point Mr. Blanchard was trying to make. I think you did great.
So you believe what Tully Blanchard said, that in this match, we're going to crown the first ever OWA Women's Champion. And Tully Blanchard is not only going to be out there to support his daughter, Tessa Blanchard, but he's not going to get involved whatsoever. He gave us his word.
Well, allow me to answer your question with a question. Sammy, who are you or I to question a multi-time Hall of Famer like Tully Blanchard? I don't believe we should question anything.
Well, I think a bigger question here tonight is that Tessa Blanchard was scheduled to go one-on-one with Persephone here tonight, and we had the huge news at the start of the matchup. This is going to be for the championship triple threat action. Not only Tessa Blanchard, not only Persephone, but Danny Moe as well.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about a huge opportunity, and not to mention the fact that this is an elimination match. So whoever goes all the way is going to have to survive both of their opponents. Huge stakes here tonight coming up.
And 3 very deserving women. Persephone, you could argue she was the MVP of CMLL in 2024. Danny Moe has already had success in OWA all throughout the country, a massive fan base. This match could truly go any one of 3 ways. Cannot wait. So without further ado, we're going to finish out this intermission. Momentarily, we're going to be back with all the action.
So, you want to be a professional wrestler. Walking the walk and talking the talk, like the big stars you see on TV.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
You can learn to get back up. This is the Wildcat School of Professional Wrestling. Here, you don't just chase your dreams, you achieve them. You ready to go again? Sir. Let's go!
OnlyWrestlersLive.com, back live on TitleMatchNetwork.com. For the Only Wrestlers and Wildcat Sports Bayou Beatdown Super Show. Let's get back to the action.
It is an honor, it is a privilege to introduce to you the power couple of wrestling and their new soon-to-be twins, Katie Ford and the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam!
And Sammy Kiss, the hits keep coming. Not only do we have 3 blockbuster matchups left to go, but now we have a WWE Grand Slam champion, a Triple Crown champion, Hall of Famer, the one, the only, Rob Van Dam.
The whole effing show.
There
back the show
is Katie Ford.
Yeah, talk about the power couple of professional wrestling. Rob Van Dam, really the instigator of Only Wrestlers, And it's great to have him back here, not only on OnlyWrestlers.com, but here for Wildcat Sports. Rob Van Dam marrying the queen of Wildcat and Katie Forbes. And of course, we heard the news that not only is the happy couple expecting, but they're expecting twins, Johnny. So I wasn't sure if Katie Forbes was going to be here tonight. Great to see Rob Van Dam, and great to see the queen of Wildcat, Katie Forbes.
Well, speaking to Katie earlier today, she said, I would not miss a chance to come back home. She said just going down these streets on her way to the arena brought back so many memories, and what a moment it is for her, and what a time in their lives it is for RVD and Katie, with twins on the way, and Rob recovering from injury, moving much better, so we're very, very happy to see that. What will RVD have to say? We never know, but we're excited to see it.
What's up, New Orleans? Thank you. Is this one where? Hey, one for me, one for you.
Boom!
Which way do we face? Yeah, we are so happy to be here, y'all. When we started Only Wrestlers and we were talking about where we should run our shows, New Orleans was the first place that I thought of. Yeah, this is so awesome to be back because I used to live in New Orleans, and I'm the first female graduate from Wildcat Sports. So it really is so special to me, and it would be so awesome to have a full circle moment and be able to wrestle tonight for all y'all awesome fans here. But I'm working on something else right now, like making some twins.
Twins, Basil, twins.
It's true.
It's damn true. But y'all can keep up with our whole journey. Y'all know where to go. OnlyWrestlers.com. We're going to put all the updates of everything that we do in our lives, so y'all can always keep up with us on there.
You're so awesome, baby.
Thanks, baby. I love you.
I love you. Oh, hey, New Orleans. So stoked to be here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be your main event tonight.
Boo!
But if you don't know, I broke my fucking feet. And hey, give me a few weeks. I'll be back.
If anybody didn't come back in just a few weeks, it's Rob Van Dam.
But if you see me walking funny, it's for a reason. I'm a fucking penguin. Thank you, baby. It sounds the exact same. That's so awesome. Hey, Katie's my wife. She's fucking pregnant. We're gonna have twins. Neither one of us are gonna fucking hit the mat tonight for you. And hopefully you understand that, but the whole night and you being here is part of our vision, OWA, Only Wrestlers Association. As you know, we're the administration, we're on top. This is our baby. Well,
not literally.
Also, we got some more babies coming.
Yeah. Hey, we love you. I appreciate you fans. It's so awesome you showed up and supported tonight's event, which we believe in so much. OWA is a new idea for fans to vote on the matches. There's so much going on. If you haven't been to OnlyWrestlers.com, please check it out. It's so fucking cool. Not only when you sign up, do you get to vote on who wrestles who, not only do you get to associate with other fans from everywhere in our chat room, not only all that, but what else, baby?
We also have something called Slammy-O, where you...
Slammy-O! What?
So you can get customized videos from your favorite wrestlers. So you
Customized videos from your favorite wrestlers. Slammy-O, come on.
Slammy-O, Slammy-O.
All right. Hey, before you decide how much energy you want to put into that, let me tell you, Slammy-O was my idea. Now let me hear it.
I believe it. I believe it.
Of
All right, that didn't really go the way that I thought it would, but Slammy-O's cool. OnlyWrestlers.com, that's what brought this show here. That's what brings our future schedule. And thanks to you, we're gonna keep going, but it's really about the fans being in control. If you haven't been to the website, check it out because it's the fans voting that moves the whole company forward. And really, that's all we're excited about. You know what I mean? You guys are all big wrestling fans. Wrestling is awesome, but if we want to do something different, it's going to take you telling us what you want, and OnlyWrestlers.com is where you need to tell us. So, everybody, thank you so much for coming out.
Yay! But before we leave, I have a spoiler to drop.
A spoiler?
Yeah. The next Wildcat show is going to be November 22nd, so we better see all y'all there.
November 22nd. All right, so more wrestling as soon as we leave the fucking ring. While we're here, I want to thank all of you for being here because you're all big wrestling fans. And we need that. We're trying to take that energy and trying to do something cool with it. And obviously, we have a kick-ass show with some very talented wrestlers at the very least. So, thank all of you for being here. And also, if you guys could see our vision, go to OnlyWrestlers.com where we put the control in your hands. Hey, I don't want to run fucking normal wrestling shows. The fuck I want to do with that? I'm RVD. I've already made a few. I made a few.
RVD, 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 RVD.
Thank you. I made a few memorable moments I don't know, winning a few championship belts, being the fucking world television champion, the world champion, how many tag team champions? I've had a pretty successful career. Which also, I gotta thank you for. Couldn't do it without your energy, but what I wanna say is that right now, Only Wrestlers Association, this show, and moving forward is an attempt to take all that energy and do something with it. I appreciate you guys. That sounds like my closing.
There's only one Rob Van Dam. Congratulations to he and Katie Forbes, twins on the way. And to reiterate everything Rob and Katie said, OnlyWrestlers.com. And to celebrate the 5,000 active users on OnlyWrestlers.com, you can watch this entire event tonight for $5. So go to OnlyWrestlers.com. You can also sign up for Slameo. Receive a video message from your favorite wrestlers. There are almost 400 active wrestlers currently on OnlyWrestlers.com. And of course, you can vote on future matches for the stars that you want to see compete. OnlyWrestlers.com.
Including you and me, Johnny.
Well, I don't think I will be competing anytime soon, no matter how many votes I get. But dude, I would love to see you in there.
Well, I know that
you and Nikki Drama. How about that?
Let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about the present. Let's talk about Rob Van Dam. There's no one quite like the whole effing show, and you can see the passion that Rob Van Dam and
so
the
let's
Queen
be
of
honest.
Case has here.
How many of y'all got in trouble for jumping off the dresser trying to do that
I'm so
five-star
happy to have
splash?
this union, this partnership for this great showing here at the Bayou Beatdown.
did the
Thank you
Rolling
all
Thunder
so
to my
much
sister and
for
got in
joining us,
trouble.
whether it's at OnlyWrestlers.com, whether that's on Title Match Network, and whether you're here live in New Orleans, Louisiana for the Bayou Beatdown Super Show. And we've got a lot of action still to come here tonight.
Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
And events like this really speak to professional wrestling in 2025. You truly don't know what you're going to get because there are no more closed doors in a way. You have promotions looking for the betterment of the business, working with each other, having stars compete against other stars that you never thought you'd see, having title opportunities that, quite frankly, you never thought you'd see as well. And that is where we're at tonight. We already crowned a new Wildcat Revolution champion. We're going to crown the inaugural OWA Women's World Champion as well.
But are we looking at the next Wildcat Sports Heavyweight Champion? Because there you see the new #1 contender for the Wildcat Sports Championship.
Making his way to the ring from Stone Island, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the Stone Titan, Edrin Stone.
Now, Sammy, tell me about Ed Stone, because looking at him, he's got the blend of everything, the power, the agility, a high-velocity arsenal. This guy has it all.
Ed Stone, if you built a pro wrestler from the ground up, it would look exactly like the Stone Titan, a former Wildcat Sports Revolution champion, poised to be the face of Wildcat Wrestling. But talk about a tough task here tonight at Bayou Beatdown.
Quite possibly the most daunting challenge of the promising career of Ed Stone is about to make his way to the ring.
You talk about dominance, you talk about competition, but most importantly, you talk about intimidation. Who is more intimidating than this man?
To the ring.
There is no strap of gold that Moose hasn't held in TNA. Certain future first ballot Hall of Famer.
300 pounds. representing the system. He is the one. He is the only. He is the man they call Moose.
A 3-time world champion, 2-time grand champion, X Division champion. There really isn't anything Moose hasn't done in his career in a TNA ring.
He's got the size, he's got the power, but unexpectedly, he's got the athleticism.
Yes.
But if anybody can match the power and that unexpected athleticism, it's Moose's opponent here tonight at Bayou Beatdown in the Stone Titan, Edge Stone.
It's also very rare that Moose stands eye to eye with his opponent. That is the case with Edge Stone, although certainly a bit of a power advantage and a size advantage goes to Moose.
Nice show of respect here at the beginning between Moose and Edge Stone. And someone who knows Edge Stone very well, Johnny, we're being joined once again by Heartbite Chris Harper. Harper, I see you back out here. You're here to scout your former talent in Edge Stone here?
Well, look, everyone's always talking about Moose, and he's a big football player and all that. But Edward Stone, he played at Nickel State, so he's a bit of an athlete himself. And I think the people who are just seeing Stone for the first time, they're going to be very surprised at how well Edward Stone is in a professional wrestling ring.
I was about to say, Edge Stone has proven to be very elusive for someone his size, but right there ran in to 300 pounds of Moose. Beautiful leapfrog, though, and a drop kick lands square for Edge Stone. Good start early on, Mr. Harper. This has to be the start that you're looking for if you're Edge Stone.
Well, look, you cannot look past someone like Edward Stone. He is a pure athlete. There is nothing weak about this man.
Oh, but he wasted time there, and Moose makes him pay.
You know, the only thing that I've ever said that the only X factor, that's the only hole in Edge Stone's game. My God, look at the vertical leap. Big crossbody off the top. Cover here from Stone, and God, 2 count only. The only hole in Stone's game is that lack of experience. But I mean, he is closing in that hole year after year, match after match. There's a reason why Edge Stone is a former Wildcat Revolution champion, a former Reality of Wrestling heavyweight champion.
Not to mention the the jaw-dropping vertical leap that we just saw Edge Stone execute. Truly amazing, and taking down Moose on the outside.
We talked about the athleticism earlier tonight by the now former Revolution champion Nate Bradley. Edge Stone puts everybody he steps in the ring with to shame. Who has a better vertical leap? Who is more athletic? Who is more impressive than Edge Stone, who's clearing some fans out of the way, and I do not like this.
And Sammy, you have to believe that the Brian Kendrick is watching this match closely as the Wildcat heavyweight champion.
It was an absolute hoss fight between Edge Stone and Ruthless Brian Davidson. Edge Stone was able to defeat Davidson to become the new #1 contender. We know that Stone has a date with the Brian Kendrick for the Wildcat Sports Championship, but is Stone going to make it? Not if Moose has anything to say for it.
And look, Mr. Harper, that's twice now that Edge Stone took a little bit too long getting caught up in the moment, and both times Moose has executed, made him pay.
Yeah, just like what Sammy said, the only weak spot when it comes to Stone is he's not the most experienced. But look at this again, right to that guardrail.
And this is the kind of game plan. This is the kind of offense that Moose is all about. He's very methodical. He's so intelligent. He wears down his opponents. But of course, he's got one-punch knockout power.
Yeah, and the referees count us up, and you can see Stone wincing in pain on the outside. Hate for this matchup to get thrown out like this. One of the most anticipated matchups here at the Bayou Beatdown on OnlyWrestlers.com was between these two hosses of Moose and Edge Stone. But there you see, Stone Titan is up to his feet. There's a lot of fight left in Edge Stone.
But you can see the wind has been completely taken out of the sails of Edge Stone after being sent into the barricade full speed 2 times in a row. And now Moose could be looking to put away Edge Stone early.
Edge Stone's got to pick his moments.
There we go.
Just like that. Edge Stone can't slow down on the gas. But oh my God, look at that. It might be all over right there.
Moose, center of the ring, into the cover after the power bomb. And Edge Stone finds a way to stay alive. My God, I don't think Edge Stone has ever been tossed down hard like that.
No, Edge Stone, he's in trouble right now. I think maybe, unfortunately, Stone may have looked past Moose.
I mean, you talk about power. I don't think anyone has manhandled Edge Stone like that. Moose just lifting Edge Stone with ease.
Moose, one of the most powerful and well-rounded athletes, quite frankly, in the history of professional wrestling. 6-year career in the NFL, and seamlessly made the transition from the gridiron to the ring. It has truly been nothing but success for Moose throughout his career.
I mean, you've seen how much he has dominated the entire locker room at TNA, now dominating Only Wrestlers. And is he going to dominate the #1 contender for the Wildcat Championship?
And you talk about history. Moose as the X Division champion. Whoa. The X Division was not made for people his size, yet he still won the X Division title as Edge Stone looking to rebound here, getting a bit of a second win, charging in the corner, trying to hoist up the 300-pound Moose.
Now, when you picture the X Division, you do not picture an athlete like Moose, but the one thing that Moose has is athleticism, but Edge Stone might have put a stopper there. Spear from Stone.
And he hooks the leg, using the spear to his advantage. We've seen Moose pulverize a number of opponents with the very same move, but Edge Stone utilizing a bit of a quickness advantage, and now he is on the offensive.
Edge Stone pulling out that spear, shades of another former House of Harper member in the Outlaw. Harper, what does Edge Stone have to do to get the win over someone like Moose?
The worst thing he could do is get frustrated. He has to understand when you're wrestling against someone like Moose, the end of the match is not going to happen in 2 seconds. He cannot get frustrated.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that Edge Stone, a bit of a hothead, is let his temper get the best of him. Is that going to be his downfall here?
And now, look at Edge Stone. Reversal by Moose. Oh, shoulder first into the post.
And just like that, Moose takes back control. And I don't know if Moose really expected this kind of offensive resistance from Edge Stone.
Not to mention the resilience that Edge Stone has shown throughout this matchup here.
What's this?
Many would argue that although Moose is part of the system with a number of other talented athletes, many would argue he is the system. He's the focal point of the system, and tonight,
oh my God,
he's looking to take down one of the rising stars, one of the hottest stars in Wildcat.
You talk about a former X Division champion. How often have you seen a man the size of Moose perched on the top rope? This is a bad place for these two men. What's going to happen? Oh, look at that, floating right into.
Are you kidding me? After a super
reversal!
How did Edge Stone find a way?
Just when I thought Moose taking back this matchup, putting it away, Edge Stone finds a way. And now both men are down.
That's pure strength right there.
Mr. Harper.
Yes, sir.
That was unbelievable. After a superplex, Edge Stone, perhaps off every ounce of instinct he had left in his body, was able to reverse into a suplex of his own. You've seen a lot from Edge Stone. Have you ever seen this amount of grit?
No. Be honest, I am surprised to see how strong Stone was after taking a superplex like that for someone like Moose, and to just get right back up and give Moose a suplex.
Well, speaking of back up, both of these behemoths struggle back to their feet. Sammy, this has been as hard-hitting as we could have imagined. What a performance here, though, by Edge Stone.
And talk about the definition of two heavyweights. Edge Stone, Moose, moving around like cruiserweights here. Something's got to give here. Blow after blow here from Moose. Stone is staggered.
And like you said, we could be looking at the face of Wildcat. What would it mean for Wildcat if someone like Edge Stone were able to pull off a victory tonight against an absolute star in Moose? A headbutt connects, but Moose still on his feet.
That's a big headbutt from the Stone Titan.
Oh!
A spear of his own from Moose.
No jackhammer needed.
That might be
Center of the ring, and Moose withstands Edge Stone.
And your winner, Moose.
Tonight, Moose was the better man, cutting the Stone Titan in half. But I gotta say, big ups to both these men. That was an absolute war here tonight.
No doubt about that. I believe Moose certainly never underestimates his opponents, but Edge Stone raised his game to a whole other level tonight, and it took the no jackhammer needed A spear that has led Moose to so many titles throughout his illustrious career. That is what spelled doom for Ed Stone and victory for Moose.
And take nothing away from Ed Stone. Moose has put so many people away with that spear. But clearly Ed Stone, I gotta believe, has earned some respect from Moose here tonight.
You can say what you want, but Stone made Moose earn that victory tonight.
He most certainly did. The future of Wildcat is certainly bright with men like Ed Stone at the helm.
And look at that, this match started with a show of respect, and it's ending the same way. What a matchup.
Well, you have to believe, Sammy, that Moose looks in the eyes of Ed Stone and perhaps sees a little bit of himself in this young rising star.
Ed Stone, a date with destiny. Ed Stone tested himself against Moose. He didn't get the job done tonight. Will he get the job done against the Brian Kendrick? Because he's got a shot at the Wildcat Sports Championship.
Ryan Davidson.
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! What the hell? Damn it, Ryan!
For what reason? Davidson already walked away victorious tonight.
Yeah, we already saw Ryan earlier tonight. We know that Ed Stone, he's number one contender at the expense of Ryan Davidson. Clearly that doesn't sit well with the Texas Bear.
This is the bitterness of Ryan Davidson that refuses to go away. He realizes that maybe he's on a bit of borrowed time in his career, and Ed Stone tried to take more time away from him, and now Moose coming back.
Yeah, Ryan's on borrowed time right now as Moose is not going to sit behind and watch Ed Stone get jumped from behind. And clearly Ryan Davidson wants nothing to do with Moose. Ryan Davidson trying to pick his moments.
And Sammy, like you said earlier, Ryan Davidson can do anything he wants. The fact remains, Ed Stone defeated him.
I mean, at any time, on any given day, at any given moment, Ryan Davidson is capable of becoming Wildcat Sports Heavyweight Champion. But it's Ed Stone who gets the next shot at the Brian Kendrick, whether Ryan Davidson likes it or not.
And all credit in the world to Moose. He certainly could have just minded his own business, could have allowed the attack to continue. But Ed Stone certainly earned Moose's respect tonight.
Yeah, that's what this business is all about. It's about earning respect. And Ed Stone has become such a mature young man. He's poised to become the face of Wildcat Sports. Is it going to happen for the Stone Titan?
Certainly remains to be seen. And you know, that could have been a main event with what we just saw, but yet we still have the first of our two main events coming up momentarily.
I mean, like, we could have gone home now, but that's what OnlyWrestling.com is all about. That's what Wildcat Sports is about. We still got more action and talk about big stakes in this next contest.
As we're going back to Melissa Santos, it's only fitting that she make the announcement for such a massive match.
Okay, this mic sounds good, right? Give it up to the sound guy up there. He just fixed it. Yes! Let's go. Hit the music. Let's go.
It is now triple threat time to crown the inaugural OWA Women's World Champion.
You can feel the anticipation here as the fans here for the Bayou Beatdown know.
And that title is absolutely stunning.
The history is about to be made here.
And anytime this woman is competing, it is pure excitement, a true live wire personified. Fearless and tenacious are just a few of the traits possessed by Danny Moe.
Danny Moe, talk about the X Factor. Danny Moe can hit you in so many different ways. Are we looking at the first ever OWA Women's Champion?
She has made history of her own in her career, competing in the highest elevation match in history on Kalapatar in the Nepal Himalayas near Mount Everest, over 18,000 feet above sea level. Danny Moe competed, but tonight, it's all about the gold.
Yeah, I mean, talk about elevation. Her career will reach new heights if she's able to walk away the first ever OWA Women's Champion. But talk about competition. It is not going to be an easy night for any of these three women.
One of the other hottest rising stars in professional wrestling, the current CMLL Universal Amazon Champion of 2024, Sammy. That essentially made her the MVP of the women's division, defeating the former world champion Zeuxis in the finals.
Yeah, we talk about momentum in this business so often, but sometimes there's just electricity around an athlete where you can tell that they're just poised to be the next breakout star. Persephone has that opportunity. Big opportunity here for her tonight. Big future for this young athlete.
No doubt, there is no one like Persephone. Such a bright future ahead, and she could walk home tonight with the OWA World Women's title.
Well, from two women who are poised to grab success by the throat, here's the woman who was born into this business.
You'd be hard-pressed to find any individual who has the in-ring skill and the arsenal of the undeniable diamond, Tessa Blanchard, flanked by her multi-time Hall of Famer father, Tully Blanchard. You know, Sammy, physically, it's very difficult to find any weakness in Tessa Blanchard.
I mean, Tessa Blanchard, one of the best pound-for-pound athletes in the business today. Now you add into the factor that Tully Blanchard, the Four Horsemen, the Hall of Famer, is accompanying Tessa Blanchard. Talk about a stacked deck in this triple threat elimination matchup.
And she has certainly had a lot of firsts in her career. She was the first woman to ever win the TNA World title. And now she's looking to become the first ever OWA Women's World Champion. Also a former AAA Reina de Reinas champion, Crash Women's champion, and a massive star in CMLL. She knows Persephone very well. Let's go to Melissa Santos for the official introductions.
The following contest is a triple threat match for the OWA Women's Championship. Introducing first, to my left, from the 412, she is Dynamite Danny Moe. And to my left, desde la Ciudad de Mexico, by way of El Paso, Texas, she is la diosa de CMLL. Ella es Persephone. And last but not least, to my right, accompanied by NWA Hall of Famer and WWE Hall of Famer, the original, one of the original of the Four Horsemen, Tully Blanchard. Ella parece ser de Mexico, but she is from Charlotte, North Carolina. She is a third-generation wrestling prodigy and the first woman to hold the Impact World Championship and former Knockouts champion. She is the undeniable diamond, Tessa Blanchard.
The stage is set. Triple threat rules. No count out, no disqualification. One woman will walk away as the new OWA Women's World Champion.
There you see that beautiful championship. That's what it's all about. There can only be one first. Who will be the first ever OWA Women's Champion? We will decide that here and now. Here at OnlyWrestlers.com, here for Wildcat Sports, the Bayou Beatdown, and already Tully Blanchard getting in the face of Persephone here.
I'm a little perplexed at what's
Oh my! Was Tully trying to pay Persephone off?
Hold on a second. Now look, there is a history here between Persephone and Tessa Blanchard. They've certainly not seen eye to eye in CMLL before.
I mean, Tully Blanchard's a very wealthy man. He's had great success in this business, and it looks like he's trying to do what he can. That's the doting father, I guess, if you want to explain it for Tully Blanchard.
For Persephone, that's the wrong person to try to bribe. She's a competitor through and through. I mean, these two women have battled in Arena Mexico. And then you add Danny Moe to this match. This is explosive.
Triple threat match, 3 women, but only one can walk away the first ever OWA Women's Champion. Will it be Danny Moe? Will it be Persephone? Or will it be the Diamond, Tessa Blanchard?
And Sammy, to your credit, you did have a few questions about Tully Blanchard being at ringside, being a bit of an X factor. We did just see that moments ago, the psychological tactics already beginning.
No, I mean, Tully Blanchard did. I mean, he promised us, Johnny. He said point blank he was not going to be a factor in this matchup as Tessa Blanchard rolling out of the ring right from the get-go, not too eager to tie up with either Danny Moe or Persephone.
And look, if you are Tessa Blanchard, smart move. Head to the outside, talk to your father. There isn't anything he hasn't seen or done over the course of his career. Meanwhile, Danny Moe, she knows what it's like to be an inaugural champion. She was the inaugural JCW Women's Champion. She also became the inaugural Women's Champion for Battleground, winning that at the legendary 2300 Arena. And we cannot forget, Sammy, this is a little bit different as far as a triple threat match. It's an elimination match. Persephone looking to eliminate Danny Moe. So we will have an elimination, and it will come down to 2 women.
Well, I mean, that goes to show us maybe that's the strategy of Tessa Blanchard. She's none too rushed to get into this matchup. Let Danny Moe and Persephone eliminate each other. Then once someone gets the win, Tessa Blanchard can stick her moment.
And Tessa's certainly done that many times over the course of her career, as has her father. Now, meanwhile, Danny Moe going to work in the corner on Persephone.
And we heard the accolades read out loud for Tessa Blanchard. That's just a snippet of what she's been able to do in this business in just such a young age. And with all the opportunity for Tessa Blanchard, is tonight Tessa's night, or is the opportunity even bigger for someone like Persephone or even Danny Moe, who's poised to make history here? If she's able to put away 2 athletes.
Speaking of picking moments, Tessa Blanchard chose one right there, and now sending Danny Moe. Didn't get a good angle there. Couldn't tell. Maybe perhaps it was the steps. I believe it was.
Well, Tessa Blanchard knows how to pick her moments, and Persephone wise to that. You alluded to it, Johnny. Persephone and Tessa Blanchard, they know each other so very well.
And they do. When it comes to experience, though, Persephone, the least experienced out of the 3 competitors, but she has risen to stardom so quickly over the course of her career.
And what she lacks for in experience, she makes up with it in grit and determination. And if anybody, for personal reasons or glory, wants to make sure Tessa Blanchard does not walk away women's champion, it's Persephone. Look at that athleticism.
The elusiveness as well. And Tessa Blanchard eats a kick square to the face. Oh!
And I saw Persephone.
The favor.
She took her eyes off of Tessa just to look at Tully Blanchard on the outside, and Tessa Blanchard making sure Persephone pays for it. Oh, maybe not.
And right now we're seeing 2 competitors who do know each other so well.
Nice throwaway slam, and look at that hip up from Persephone.
But Danny Moe perched on top, crossbody into the cover. Is Persephone eliminated? And no, she's able to kick out at 2.
Got such a unique format. Whoever gets the victory here, the match does not end. Then we goes down to a one-on-one matchup.
It truly is a battle of attrition in an elimination triple threat match. And you know, Sammy, that's the way it should be when you're going to crown the inaugural champion.
I know when OnlyWrestlers.com formed, they wanted to give a platform to all the great athletes in this business. And we've had so many stars here tonight from Only Wrestlers, from Wildcat Sports. You've got stars here right now from CMLL. Of course, we've got a huge main event still to come between the Maharaja and Jay Spade, but
right now we're seeing how combustible it is between Persephone and Tessa Blanchard. They do not like each other.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were going to maybe some kind of a alliance here, maybe eliminate Danny Moe, but I think that's already disintegrated.
Well, they're certainly both effective with their offense on Danny Moe in the corner, but now They're giving Danny plenty of time to recover.
And referee trying to get in there as we need to keep this offense going. Again, the Only Wrestlers Association crowning the first ever women's champion here tonight. So again, the first time ever champion here now. Whoever walks away.
It's now a Danny Moe tug of war.
Now, if you're Danny Moe, who do you want to tie up with? You want to go with Tessa Blanchard? You want to go with Persephone?
I mean, let's be honest. If you're Danny Moe, you need to get to the outside, get a bit of respite here. And now,
there's a bad place for Danny Moe.
Oh,
maybe not. Look at that. Double DDT takes out both Persephone and Tessa.
What a counter by the ever-resilient Danny Moe.
The Dynamite reversal from the Dynamite superstar.
That was the exact fix that Danny Moe needed there as she was being pummeled by both opponents.
Got the tenacity of Danny Moe. Doesn't matter how much adversity and how much you throw in front of Danny Moe, she will meet you. As she is right now, center of the ring against Tessa Blanchard.
She has incredibly powerful kicks. She was a star athlete in college, set multiple pole vault records. And
tossing Tessa Blanchard like yesterday's garbage. And now here comes Persephone. God!
Persephone like a missile charging in. Meanwhile, Tessa with a cutter.
Got this momentum, continues to shift over and over again. Once someone gets it going, the other one right there. Who's going to walk away? Champion! Is it Danny Moe?
And don't forget, this is elimination. She's got Blanchard down. She's got Persephone down.
Danny Moe is going up. Look at Tessa Blanchard, aware of the situation, trying to roll out.
Tessa Blanchard is so sentient in that ring. She always knows where she's at. Now Persephone, a little bit of a razor's edge. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
High and tight.
And Danny Moe's eliminated. And Blanchard wasting no time. Catapulting Persephone to the outside. We're now down to Tessa Blanchard and Persephone.
Again, yes, we had triple threat action earlier tonight. This is an elimination matchup. So Danny Moe has been eliminated. This is now a one-on-one matchup between Persephone and Tessa Blanchard, despite the fact that Tully Blanchard on the outside continues to get involved. Now, Johnny, I thought Tully said he wasn't going to get in this matchup.
Well, look, I can't speak for Tully Blanchard. Obviously, Persephone had enough. She took a swing at Blanchard, but Tessa took full advantage off the top. Persephone able to evade.
Nobody.
Oh
my God! High and tight, power slam from Persephone. Is that enough for the title? And no.
Danny Moe has been eliminated.
Ever so close. Persephone, both of these women, to add another title to their already decorated careers. What a moment it would be.
Oh my God!
And
just
now,
just how Persephone put away Danny Moe. Is Tessa Blanchard going to fall for the same fate? Oh, Tessa reverse! Tessa reverse!
Counter! New champion, no!
Oh my God, that was so close.
And now Tessa, the buzzsaw DDT! Blanchard immediately into the cover, and she's the new OWA Women's World Champion! In a career that has had a collection of standout moments, the undeniable diamond now wears the gold for the Only Wrestlers Association.
And
Tessa Blanchard is the inaugural OWA Women's Champion.
Tessa Blanchard.
Talk about a proud father, Tully Blanchard, tying the new OWA Women's Championship around the waist. The diamond of this business continues to gravitate to gold. A huge, monumental victory for Tessa Blanchard here in the OWA.
And once again, the connection between father and daughter is stronger than anything else. Tully Blanchard said he wasn't going to get involved. He did. Persephone took a swing, and that was all that Tessa Blanchard needed to take full advantage. And it was the buzzsaw DDT that led her to another career first. She is the first OWA Women's World Champion. What a battle that was, Sammy.
A great effort from Danny Moe, who rose to the occasion. A great effort from Persephone. What I can't say is I'm surprised that the Diamond Tessa Blanchard sits on top of the mountain in the women's division here in the OWA.
And
congratulations to our new women's champion.
And now she looks forward to Slammiversary. She'll be taking on Indy Hartwell July 19th. There isn't anything Tessa Blanchard can't do. There isn't anything she isn't capable of, and she proves that once again tonight as she walks out with her very proud father as the inaugural OWA Women's World Champion. And Sammy, that was just the first of our 2 main events.
Yes, man, what a moment. We've still got one more to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event of the evening. Before that, the next Wildcat show will be September 6th at John Curtis. The Wildcat Revolution Rumble will be November 22nd at the Alario Center. And now it's time for the main event, scheduled for one fall.
Sammy, it's now time for a main event featuring one of Wildcat's greatest against a world-renowned athlete whose fame has crossed continents. Certainly a match we didn't expect when this broadcast began.
Man, this is I'm not used to hearing, I haven't heard this music in quite some time, Johnny. There you see it coming here at Buku Dow, one half of Slime Season, Jay Spade. But this isn't the tag team wrestler here in this main event. This is the wild card. This is the former Wildcat Sports Heavyweight Champion. This is the man stepping up for his slime, Luke Hawks, going up against the modern-day Maharaja. Talk about an opportunity in the main event at Bayou Beatdown.
No doubt,
Spade.
No doubt it's an opportunity, but Sammy, you mentioned former Wildcat heavyweight title, but tonight it's going to take an all-time effort for Jay Spade.
Jay Spade is in no mood. Running out, we already saw Slime Season start things off here for Bayou Beatdown. Jay Spade going in again here. Double time for Jay Spade. How much is left in the tank for the wild card, especially with this onslaught of a main event? Look at this man.
Towering at 6'6", a former WWE World Champion, former United States Champion, an absolute physical specimen, gifted with size, but quite frankly, his work ethic, his dedication, Sammy, are unmatched. This is the modern-day Maharaja, Raj Desi.
Well, the self-professed modern-day Maharaja, but he's going to change the minds of a lot of his doubters if he's able to blow through Jay Spade. But I sure hope that Raj Desi does not look through the wild card. This is a huge main event here for Bayou Beatdown.
And let's not forget the blatant lack of respect that Raj Desi showed to Luke Hawks earlier. A low blow only 2 weeks after the man had his appendix removed just to allow Charlie Haas to pick up the scraps.
From Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is one half of Slime Season. He is the second best in the world. He is the wild card, Jay Spade. And his opponent, representing Punjab, India, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Maharaja, Raj Desi.
Well, not the welcoming that I think that Raj Desi hoped for here back at Wildcat Sports. You know, the modern-day Maharaja, the first time that he was let go from the quote-unquote big leagues, he found a home here at Wildcat Sports. So it's great to have him return. You saw that what I was hopeful for, a nice, respectful exchange between Raj and Luke Hawx earlier tonight, which clearly went a completely different direction.
Well, no, Raj Desi essentially shocked everyone. He came out to show a sign of respect to Wildcat, to Luke Hawx for, you're on the verge of your 14-year anniversary. That is unbelievable in the world of professional wrestling. And what does he do? He kicks Luke Hawx with a low blow.
I mean, Luke Hawx, unfortunately, not medically cleared. I know everyone was looking forward to, including myself, to the main event between Raj Desi and Luke Hawx.
And, physically, let's look at these two competitors. Jay Spade is an athletic powerhouse. It's very rare for Jay Spade to be staring at an opponent that towers over him like Raj Desi does.
Well, I mean, it feels like Raj towers over everybody he steps in the ring with. But that's not going to slow down the wild card, Jay Spade. I mean, you saw him come to the aid of Luke Hawx earlier tonight when Raj, as well as Charlie Haas, let's not forget that fact, were double teaming, assaulting a not medically cleared Luke Hawx. I don't know if Raj was just upset that, he's mad that Luke Hawx decided to have surgery, that he wasn't able to compete here tonight. But for whatever the reason, Raj taking out his frustration on Luke Hawx definitely did not expect Jay Spade to answer the call.
Certainly not. Look, Raj Desi is a master technician. He's one of the most intelligent professional wrestlers in the business. And I will say this about Charlie Haas. It's been a great night for him. He attacked Luke Hawx. He walked away victorious. But if you know Luke Hawx like I do, that will not go unanswered. I don't know when. I don't know how long it's going to take. But something is going to happen.
Well, clearly the issues between Luke Hawx and Charlie Haas is not over, and I got to imagine that's the only reason why Charlie Haas backed up Raj Desi here tonight, because it doesn't feel like Charlie Haas is making any friends in the OWA locker room. But someone who does have friends as of late is Jay Spade. Not only has Jay Spade got his tag team partner Buku Dow in his corner, but ever since Slime Season lost those tag team titles to the Ringworms, it feels like they were trying to get some backup. And I know that Buku Dow for weeks was trying to get Jay Spade to change his opinion about Luke Hawx and try to get Luke Hawx into the fold for Slime Season. And it was great to see that even though Luke Hawx was injured, he still stepped up to support Slime Season at Wildcat's last event. And I'm even more shocked and proud that Jay Spade returned the favor, stepping up for Luke Hawx in favor tonight.
Well, for the first time here, Jay Spade has to see rock just a little bit. Very difficult to take the Maharaja off his feet. It's going to take a lot, and case in point, just bowling over Jay Spade. And, as impressive as Desi is physically, it's the psychological advantage that has gotten him to such success throughout his career. He's ever calculated. He's always multiple steps ahead. He's so methodical. He's not out here to impress anybody. He's out here to dominate. He's out here to win.
Well, one of the most sought-after free agents here, and I know that ever since OWA was announced, they were so proud to have Raj Desi come into this building. But if he's going to be behaving like this, I don't know how anyone can be happy that he's on display here in our main event for the OWA. Jay Spade trying to change that attitude. Grabbing the hair here. Wildcats Sports made a name for themselves on competition, on respect, and it's clear to me now, Johnny, that Raj Desi, despite all these accolades you talk about, despite the fact that he's such an accomplished, he's a former WWE champion, for Christ's sake.
Sure, but he thinks he's above everything. When you're the Maharaja, when you've had the level of success that he has, he doesn't answer to anyone.
Was above everything, literally and figuratively. Again, dropping down Jay Spade. Simple, ugly, effective offense from the modern-day Maharaja.
Sammy, this is a man who has seen the highest of highs. He won the United States title at WrestleMania 34 in a four-way, defeating Randy Orton, Rusev, Robert Roode. Those are the kind of moments that stamp a legacy. So Raj Desi feels like he can go anywhere and do anything he wants and physically dominate, case in point.
He won that U.S. title in the Superdome just a few miles away from where we are here tonight in the city of New Orleans, Louisiana. And I know everyone here for Wildcat Sports and OnlyWrestlers.com. I mean, you heard Rob Van Dam earlier tonight how proud Only Wrestlers was to come and forge this partnership with Wildcat. I don't think anyone was expecting Raj to come in and disrespect basically the man who started Wildcat in Luke Hawx.
Well, look, I cannot speak for Raj to see.
Oh, come on now. And I know Jay Spade has no love lost for Said Abamusa, but that distraction allows Tessa to take advantage.
Like I said, always a plan. There isn't anything that surprises the Maharaja.
I can appreciate that Jay Spade has been mending fences. He's had his issues with the head official, Said Abamusa, who's calling this main event here on Title Match Network, on OnlyWrestlers.com. And look at that superplex.
Immediately into the cover goes to see, and Jay Spade able to kick out Sammy. That is not a part of the arsenal we often see from the Maharaja heading up to the second turnbuckle.
And is that a hat tip that Raj understands the opportunity he has and the offense capability of the wildcard Jay Spade? Raj has got to keep Jay Spade down and do everything he can to ground the wildcard.
Spoke with Desi earlier today. He truly feels like his conditioning is better than it's ever been. He's dealt with demons and personal struggles in his life, but he's overcome them all to become the athlete he is today.
Well, that's all well and good. I mean, looking at the man, I don't think I've ever seen him in better shape than he is here tonight. The man is a physical specimen. He's at the top of his game, but that does not excuse the behavior, the attitude that he's been putting on display ever since he came to the OWA.
Well, like I said, it's a level of entitlement that you and I don't understand because we've never reached the level of success that he has. And right now, this match is exactly how Raj Desi wants it to be. You're not going to see a ton of wrinkles in his offense.
Oh my! And you see Buku Dao clearly tired of his attitude, and Raja making Buku Dao pay for it. Clearly the fans here at Lariat Center are not happy about it.
And that shows you how much respect Desi has for Jay Spade's partner, Buku Dao.
Yeah, none whatsoever. You know, I don't want to hear this excuse about accomplishments and respect, Johnny. I mean, yes, Raj is a former WWE champion. We saw Charlie Haas, who has, I mean, it's an argument, who has a worse attitude, Raj Desi or Charlie Haas? As you see, Raj is assaulting Buku Dao, is not even involved in this matchup.
Well, to be fair, Buku Dao is at ringside, which means he puts himself susceptible to being attacked by Raj Desi, who now has eliminated the partner of Jay Spade.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't understand how you can credit that, considering how successful.
Not giving credit, I'm just stating a fact.
Well, I mean, talk about Jay Spade, who's had great success. Talk about Luke Hawx, he's had great success in this business, and you saw what it got him, a 2-on-1 assault from Desi and Charlie Haas, eliminated from even being out here tonight.
Well, nonetheless, Jay Spade showing even more grit than he might realize that he has. The Maharaja is down and susceptible for quite possibly the first time in this match. Main event of the Bayou Beatdown.
Ooh. We're here live on OnlyWrestlers.com, live on Title Match. Thank everyone for joining us. I mean, it's been one hell of a night.
Yes, it has.
Well, what a way to end things here as Jay Spade tries to pull away the Maharaja. Soul connection from Jay Spade.
He hit one earlier in the tag match, and that one connected square.
And here comes the wild card. He's going to have to hit some high offense, high impact moves. He's going to take down the Maharaja.
And that is a difficult thing to do. First time all matchup. Oh, Jay Spade, the athleticism, the springboard, right into the cover. Oh, Desi able to stay alive.
That was a beautiful springboard drop kick from Wildcard. And you can see Jay Spade making sure with Said Abamusa that it was not the 3. Unfortunately, this main event for Jay Spade, this will continue.
And Sammy, now we're seeing the arsenal of Jay Spade. He's got a high motor. He can be very elusive, but he is so explosive.
Raj Desi trying to make sure that he stops that out here and now.
And that he did. A DVD right into the cover goes to see, and Jay Spade refuses to quit.
And Desi, you saw that leverage, almost put too much pressure, allowing Jay Spade to reverse momentum, got the shoulder up, and now both men have got to be thinking, what do I have to do?
But if you look at Raj Desi, he always stays in control.
Look at the smile on the face of Raj here. What is the Maharaja thinking here?
He's always multiple steps ahead. He certainly has the experience advantage.
I think he'll go for that Colossus here. Oh, Jay Spade almost got caught up in it.
Couple of back elbows by Jay Spade. Oh, wait a minute. Right into the official.
Down goes Saeed. Oh, and down goes Jay Spade. Buku down on the outside. Referee is down. Jay Spade is down. The Maharaja is up.
Now if you're Raj to see, you can pick the bones. You can thoroughly decimate Jay Spade.
Oh, come on
and
now.
What
is
hold
this?
On. Is he grabbing the wallet of the official?
I don't know why I see he had his wallet on him to begin with. What the heck?
What? Raj Desi is a very rich man. What's the point of taking money from the referee's wallet?
I think he got richer though.
I'll be honest, I'm baffled.
I am at a loss to see what is happening right now.
I think it's obviously an act of defiance. It's an act of disrespect.
You're making your money, Raj. We get it. Now look at something else. We're going to Buku down on the outside. Referee just got assaulted.
You know, Raj Desi, I want to say he continues to evolve, but this is
oh my God,
a very unexpected.
The fan didn't have to listen to that. Raj, come on. Referee is down, but Raj throwing a chair in the ring. There's money all over the canvas.
And Raj Desi has an entire ring to turn into his violent playground, as Jay Spade truly has no idea right now of the intentions of the Maharaja.
What the? Now, Jay Spade up to his feet. Jay Spade, don't turn around.
He's looking to clean
Jay
the
Spade
clock of Jay Spade. He's able to evade.
Oh, look at that! Sky high. Royal flush from Jay Spade connects.
He didn't quite get the elevation he was looking for, but it was more than effective as Spade trying to crawl into the cover. Oh, come on, no, Charlie Haas, damn it!
Jay Spade connects with the Royal Flush, had this match won. Damn it, Charlie Haas. Getting involved once again.
And clearly there is something going on between Desi and Charlie Haas. Wait a minute,
Luke
Hawks!
Luke Hawks is back. Oh, he just threw Charlie Haas face first into the turnbuckle post.
He may have one less appendix, but he's as tough as ever, the Southern Stomper.
Raj
and now Jay Spade hoisting up the Maharaja.
Jay Spade looking for the Smoking Aces.
Sammy, he's gonna do it. Jay Spade is going to do it. The official's still down. This match is chaotic.
Oh my God, Luke Hawks with the assist. Jay Spade putting Raj on the shoulders of Buku down.
It is Slime season.
Season finale connects. Raj is down.
We need an official in the ring.
Buku down, rolling Saeed back in.
What an upset.
Cover.
What an upset. Oh my God. Jay Spade defeated the Maharaja.
I don't believe it.
Sammy, I know this is a show for OWA and Wildcat, but I think we just saw one of the most shocking moments for any wrestler in Wildcat history.
Jay Spade just reminded everybody why he's a former Wildcat champion. And he just stuck at the Raj Desi and Charlie Haas.
I said earlier, the Maharaja is always multiple steps ahead. And he certainly was. Charlie Haas coming out, doing the bidding. Desi thought he had everything under control, but it was Luke Hawks, the Southern Stomper, who delivered the comeuppance. And Jay Spade with one of the biggest victories of his promising career.
I can't believe I just saw Saeed Abamusa raising the hand of Jay Spade. Talk about history. We know here at Wildcat Sports, the Ringworms have been rubbing roughshod over the tag team division. They're the tag team champions. But can anybody stop? I mean, if you've got Luke Hawks, Buku Dow, and Jay Spade all together, can anybody stop Slime Season? Giving the money and throwing it out to the crowd.
It's cash for everyone tonight.
It's
Jay
raining money.
Spade began the night with a victory and ends the night with a shocking victory. Thank you for joining us on the Title Match Network, OnlyWrestlers.com. Make sure you follow Only Wrestlers at OW_ Only Wrestlers, and of course, Wildcat Sports. It truly is an amazing time for professional wrestling, and we thank you for tuning in. For everyone, from the Wildcat team, from the OWA team, from my man Sammy Kiss, this has been the OWA Wildcat Sports Bayou Beatdown.